But I'm gonna fuck around and make my whole fucking album distorted, and they gonna be like that boy edgy as fuck. Yeah, fuck. TCAP 803.
Coming heavy with the weight and feel. Wonder if the hoes in Jesus' handheld. Give a fuck how a man feel. Whole world at a standstill, stigmatized. Donald Trump, they will not criticize. Still question bomber like my nigga lied. White girls boosting so my dick can ride. Out here switching sides. Crossing ship to mind the window cause they living blind. And they soul not showing. I swear my flow how potent. How these hoes got open and you know Pop's joking. If he expect forgiveness, I'm one of your seven victim hells free of heaven's prison. These are split decisions. And I think I give the misses, but I give the masses. My whole all there no walls. I ain't kissing asses the shit and I don't starve. Don't starve. She ain't bars, the enemy she won't call her. You didn't see her coming. People are screaming, running, baby like babies. Why they didn't need enough to drive. Horsepower, speed is punching. Smoking weed, I'm blunting. Notice these is stunning. Ain't me like Jesus functions. Eating knowledge, I got key consumption. Super Saiyan wanna be. I eat the peanut buzzing. Fuck your family, they ugly. You can keep your cousin, most people puzzling. You want my time is about an hour and I need 100. I see your ship and see her sunken. Missing me, she keep on cutting. She a keeper, love a hot box, a beamer bucket. My demon, she seen a sucker. She bring me, need me, so fucking here for long haul. Press hold if God calls.
Creighton Henson Qatar.
Bananas, yes.
Bananas. How's it going, dude?
Good.
How was your day?
It's pretty good.
How are you now?
What do you mean?
You told me a minute ago.
With what?
Just tired.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
It feels weird flip-flop because you like lately you've been pretty like up and like spruce and like ready to go
I
right
just
away.
haven't had my coffee yet. That's what it is.
I understand. I am just waking up,
How
which has been the theme of the last 4 or 5 episodes for me. Just because of
shit. Sorry.
how was what?
How was the sorry, I keep talking over you. I meant to say, how was the raspberry orange?
It was weird because it's an orange. Like it's essentially like if I wasn't looking at it and you just gave me like the food and said eat it, like oh my god.
Come on, Charlie, you got it.
I would just eat it and think it's an orange. Like as far as taste goes, it's just another.
But
orange.
the texture and the color.
No, just the color. Texture's the same as an orange.
Do you have one? Like hold one up for the camera, so we can show them. This is like I've never tried these, by the way. I've never even seen these, and like for some people watching, depending on where you're at, I guess like this might be like a crazy thing that's always been out there. But I'd never had a raspberry mixed with an orange before.
I don't think that's what it is.
What?
I don't think it's a raspberry mixed with an orange. I think it's just an orange that is red.
Raspberry orange?
I'm sure that's what it says, but I don't know if you can cross raspberries with oranges.
I mean, they did.
I mean, you say that
Look,
they just
look
named
at the
it
bag.
that.
See what
Blueberry lemonade is just blueberries added to lemonade. It's not a new
and
blueberry.
It's
not a new fruit.
It's still amazing. Like, what's your point?
Hey guys, hello Josie. I mean,
hello Josie. Are you saying they put raspberries
no,
microscopically?
I'm saying that this is
orange?
probably. I'm saying this is probably just a little blood orange that they call a raspberry orange because it's cool and the outside looks weird. I mean, it's
the outside.
It's just
looks
an orange.
Weird.
It's just an orange.
I thought they were
darker.
just really old oranges when I first picked up.
When you open it up, it's really dark. Like the
it's almost
the
like
meat
blood.
The meat of the fruit is much like darker red.
Oh, thank you,
Clem is hosting for 7 viewers. Clem, listen here, dude. I'll kiss you and everybody who's coming here with you watching, as long as they're 18 or older.
I was about to say you might want to watch yourself there.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, bro. They'll come get me.
That we'll be doing your podcast, your part of the podcast from prison, and I'll just be here in your chair.
It's like Charlie always said he didn't want to do it from Zoom, but now he's gotta.
Yeah,
and he's doing it illegally.
It's like your one phone call a week.
Billy is 8 years old. God damn it! Hey, you guys, what movie is that from? What movie is that from the 80s?
What movie?
What do you mean? What movie is that from the 80s?
What movie is that from the 80s?
Family friendly. What the fuck you mean?
Charlie kissing people on the mouth, or the whole like blood, or the raspberry orange. Raspberry orange does sound like an 80s movie.
Blake, what's up,
Blake?
dude?
What's up, man?
I miss you.
Oh, bro,
It
your
was the
jacket's
Goonies?
here.
What do you mean it was the Goonies? You said, "Hey, you guys."
Oh,
movie is that?
hey, you
Oh,
guys.
hey, you guys.
Yeah.
You didn't do quote marks.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying, hey, you guys, like, hey, Creighton and Charlie.
Yeah.
What movie is
Yeah.
that from the 80s? Like, what?
I get it.
Hey,
It's
you
like Jeopardy, but
guys.
nobody knows you're playing Jeopardy.
Exactly. Sure.
Blake, look, your jacket's here, man. We need to know
I
where
didn't
you're
ignore
at.
your message. We were talking about your message the whole time the pre-show started. You can't say the messages in the pre-show.
Yeah, we read them, and then, like, you know,
and then we
just,
stopped
yeah.
because we already
Like,
read
what
them.
are we going to do? Say something that you can't hear because the music's playing? Like,
We will
what?
to each other, but not
Yeah.
to the podcast.
We were talking junk about you. We were like, man, 2%'s dumb.
He's so dumb for saying these things now and
Yeah.
not in a couple of minutes.
We have a good time.
Speaking of yesterday, are we gonna get a shirts off OnlyFans? Is what I think he wants
We
us
are.
to talk
We're going to
about.
do that.
Oh, we are.
Yes. we
Who's
are.
gonna be in charge of that?
I will be.
Okay.
As I am for most of our social media.
Have at it. I'm very lax with our social media presence since there really isn't one, and Creighton's like, we should have a Patreon and an OnlyFans
we
and
should.
a TikTok,
We should.
and I'm like,
I wouldn't do the
okay.
TikTok because, like,
I think
don't-
TikTok's
I
a
don't
good
like
idea.
TikTok.
I don't like
I
it either.
think TikTok's a good idea. I
I
just
think
don't
we should
frequent
let-
enough to. I don't frequent it enough to know what to do with it.
I think we should let Matt do it
Matt do the TikTok.
if we can, if we can
Yeah.
get him on board. But again, then we'd have to. I mean, I could just start sending him all these clips I'm doing.
Yeah, do that.
I
Well,
need to do-
honestly, I was thinking about, could you send me some of those to put up on Facebook or, like, Instagram or whatever? Kind of like clips of us talking, and then
I don't
just
know if I
get it
want that.
generating interest in what we're doing. Not like the clips where I'm saying like shit like beat the pussy or whatever.
No, I just mean the clips that I do. Like, I just don't want people in our town knowing about the podcast as much.
Well, I mean, everybody already in our town already knows about the podcast.
No, they don't. They know a podcast is happening. They're not like aware of what's happening on the podcast. It's too late, and they're not going and catching the episodes. Some people are, sure.
I mean, are we not trying to just generate any interest at all in it?
Yeah, some interest, but again, like there's parties involved that I don't want to watch.
Like who?
People in this town, Creighton. Like,
I mean,
catch
look,
a
I
hint.
know, sorry, I'm sorry. I just like, who cares? Like, you know
I
what
care.
I mean?
I work
It's
here.
kind of like the whole thing where, like, we talked about first, like being kind of nervous about what we say on here, and then at this point, I'm just like, who cares? Like,
I don't
balls to the
care.
wall.
about anybody out in the world, except for people who live next door to me.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, send me clips that you're okay with it being posted.
Charlie,
places,
quick
and I'll
question:
do
have
it.
you watched Lion? I have. Great movie. Very good movie, actually. Wow, that's a weird. That movie
Because-
went under the radar. I'm so happy that you said that. I need to DM you my Addy, but I have the
Charlie
attention
is a
span of a
pussy.
special ed student. Pain. Can we watch gay porn? No, we can't watch gay porn.
You and Charlie can get a Discord call later, though.
Yeah, and then we'll
together.
watch gay porn.
You guys can do that together, you know.
Blake said he needs to DM you his address.
I know. There's like a pile of shit over here that we just need to mail. And
Clips from the podcast would bring more people to your stream to post on TikTok.
Exactly.
Yeah, our buddy Matt was doing it, and he did like 1 or 2 clips. And the clip, I don't know who gave him the clip, but it was a bad clip.
He clipped them himself. Remember?
Yeah, don't do that.
Just
I'll
look.
send you clips.
I'm telling you, like, send me clips too, and we'll get stuff going. You know. I'll put it. I won't put it on Facebook since most of our people.
Remind me before the night's over to make a clips chat in our Discord, like just for stream
Oh,
clips.
and then that way I could just copy it from there and paste it.
Yeah, 'cause I have like in my private Discord, I have like fucking I have so many already. I've clipped between our podcast and episode 3 podcast. I've clipped like probably 20 things in the last 2 weeks, or close to it.
Yeah.
It's a lot. But yeah, no, I mean I understand the way that the internet flows.
I know.
and, like,
I'm
we
just-
need
I
the
would-
TikTok.
I would love to like start putting clips up because people are always like, "What's it about?" And I'm like, "Bro, like."
It's so hard to explain.
And I forget some of the stuff we were talking about. Like somebody that I worked with today had just watched the one where we talked about Rush Limbaugh, and I was like, "Oh yeah, was that a good one or not?" Like, you know what I mean? Like I was. In
Oh
my
yeah,
mind.
I have no attention span on whether or not we did a quality
But
podcast. At
I
this point, each
remembered us-
podcast is happening live, and there is no I feel like you guys
She-
think there's preparation.
She picked like a great topic though for me to remember because I remember shit like that, like us talking about people that have died, like Larry King, Rush Limbaugh.
I remember a
Spillman.
little
And she was like,
individual shit.
I was like, did you guys like sit there and watch the whole thing? And they were like, no, we just kind of skipped around to what we knew because like we do talk about some stuff that I feel like not everybody, like not the general audience would know about. Like, you know, like the stuff with Huskers the other day, that's going to be more aimed at like people who are on
In
Twitch or
MFAM
Twitter.
especially.
Yeah, MFAM, that kind of thing. It's something that like somebody I would work with would not really care about, you know.
Exactly.
Except maybe Jack in like a weird like way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I can see Jack honestly coming up to me at work and be like, "Hey man, did you see Huskers talking shit about MFAM?" And I'd be like, "What?"
You're not part of that world. Don't be a part of that. This is my world. Don't blend my worlds without saying it. I like Huskers. Of course you do, Blake. He's a cool guy. Can we oh wait, hold on. Post a clip of you going on one of your racist rants.
Yes. No,
Blake,
no, not the
do
race.
that.
I would like to post a clip of you just like going off angrily at me.
See, other people are gonna have to clip that though, 'cause I never realized.
You ever clip those?
I never realized that that's
I wish.
funny.
See, this is why I'm.
When
saying,
I'm
like,
mad, I'm mad. I'm not thinking content. I'm thinking you fucking idiot.
I wish
and
I
I'm
had a
losing my
way
mind.
to clip stuff on my end. Can I clip stuff?
Yeah, you
How
clip
do I
some.
do it?
In the bottom right hand side of your screen, when you hover your mouse over it, there's a little like the director's like beep beep, and you just click that and it clips.
Where does it? I wonder where it saves it to on here.
It saves it like it'll open a new tab, and like just keep it there until you're ready to edit it. 'Cause like what it does is it records the last 90 seconds or so, or 80 seconds, and you pick like maximum a 60-second chunk of that clip that you want to be the clip. You can make it down to like 6 seconds. You can make it up to a minute.
Is there a maximum on it? Can I clip like
A minute.
Oh,
It's 1 minute long is the maximum the clip can be. But it only goes back like 80 or 90 seconds. Like it does. Like if you clip it too late, you won't get the whole thing in your clip. So you gotta make like with us, there's a little bit of a delay. So like if something hilarious happens, wait like 5 or 6 seconds and clip, 'cause then you'll be pretty much caught up to whatever happened.
That could be fun.
I've unlocked a monster. I shouldn't have told him that. 'Cause now he's just gonna get things he thinks are funny and put them on Facebook and shit.
Yeah. And then we'll be rolling in cash.
No, I don't know. Say like, don't be rolling cash. Like what?
Cash money.
I don't know. I am very much
Gas money.
gas money.
What's the thing from Gravity Falls where he finds like the bronze guy or whatever, and then he takes the bronze guy to Las Vegas?
I don't remember that.
You don't remember
Who
that?
finds him?
So, Grunkle Stan has this.
I want you for the mystery check.
Has like
Really?
like this.
Nothing from my Grunkle Sam reference. I thought that was hilarious.
That was funny. Honestly, I thought you were referencing another thing from Gravity Falls 'cause I could see him making that as like.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good point. That's definitely something he would. Yeah. God, that's a good
So the bronze thing is like he has this thing that takes pennies and
Remind me about Avatar. After
makes them into like, you know, stretches them out or whatever, makes them into something cool. And it's like it breaks at the beginning of the episode. So he's like, fuck it, I'm going to go steal like a Five Nights at Freddy's animatronics thing from the mall.
Okay,
You remember
I
that?
sort of remember that.
And then like he gets kicked out because the thing actually comes to life and tries to kill him because Zeus's like anime girlfriend that's like from a video game comes to life out of the game and takes over all the animatronics.
I remember this
Yeah.
now.
And so at the thing he's like, "Oh, Goldie, you're good. I miss you." And like we're going to go out of town
Goldie's
together.
kind of crazy now.
So like he takes him out of town, they go to Vegas. And the whole time it's like gas money or cash money that's playing in the background. It's Grunkle Stan singing it. For whatever reason. By the way, it's a quality episode.
It's a quality show. I feel like it went so under the radar, and Watch Mojo are just a bunch of fucking idiots.
That's the thing. I never hear anybody talking about Gravity Falls.
I mean, again, it went
now
under
you
the
see-
radar.
Now you say Steven Universe and people just lose their fucking minds.
That's
Which
'cause
Steven
Steven
Universe
Universe-
is like fucking amazing.
It
too.
exploded, and it like got a giant cult following.
Mhm.
Like they didn't watch it on Cartoon Network; they watched it everywhere else. Like you know what I mean? Like it's one of those shows where it just fucking blew. Like the first season, people were like, "Oh, this is cool," and the second season, people were like, "Holy shit, this is kind of
It's
dope."
getting
And then
serious.
people were like, "Oh shit, this kind of dope." And everybody was like, "Hey,
Yeah.
come watch this dope shit." And then season 3 happened, and everyone was waiting for
Everybody was losing their
it.
mind.
And then like everyone started going nuts when it came on.
Do you remember like whenever you would come to our house with the pool and we would just chill and watch Steven Universe sometimes?
We is very hilarious. Like amalgamation of people. Because when you say we, people were watching, but for the
And
most
then
part,
some people were like
not.
just chilling.
Some people were just hanging out talking, and like while a person or two were watching Steven Universe. Like, I love you and Quentin, but like the idea, like you guys' idea of us all sitting down and watching something at someone's house is just absurd. Because you guys think
that's
that,
what a watch party is, though.
yeah, but like you guys will get together and there'll be like
Nobody's
8 of us.
actually watching the shit.
I know.
It's more like
That's
background
not-
noise.
Yeah, then why not just play music and actually have something to do other than everybody sit in a living room
Because we
and
had a
sort
big-
of vaguely look over at a
because
movie
we
that no
had
one's
a
watching.
big couch and a pool. That was an awesome house. by the
Then
way.
why would
I
we
miss
if
that
we
house.
have, there's a pool? Like you just contradicted yourself.
But it was the winter time, I think. It was like colder.
Then why are you even mentioning the pool?
Did we go get coffee? No, that was Carly that went and got coffee.
Charlie hating as always. I'm not
Yeah,
hating.
exactly.
You guys don't understand.
Charlie's just
This
hating.
guy and his plans, like he makes plans and they just go awry so immediately, and then he gets all like bummed out when they don't go his way. Like
What are you talking
he's
about?
like,
I don't get upset.
it is palpable.
Palpable.
It is literally like you can feel the upsetness. Like if you have a plan and you're like super ready for it, like, okay guys, we're gonna do this and then we're gonna go here, and then everyone's like, what about this and then this instead, and you're like, I mean, okay, yeah, we could do that. Like you get so
I really don't care. I think it's hilarious that you think I care, though.
it looks like you care.
I'm just
you
having
look
a good
very
time with
hurt.
my friends, and I feel like you're hurt that I'm not hurt.
Huh?
Yeah, that's what I said.
You think that I'm hurt that you're not? Wait. Hurt
I
that you're
think-
not? Like right, you mean in this moment? Are you saying I think right now you're upset that I'm not upset? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. I'm thinking I'm yanking your chain, old man. You keep saying that like you're not about to be 25. Like
me?
you're 21. No, 2%. I feel like none of them understand that like it's a blink and you miss it. You know what I mean? Like, dude, can you believe we were just 21?
Yeah.
Like, isn't that weird? Like, you remember being 21 just happened. And it's not like it happened like years ago. It happened like legit. Sit down and tell me right now, you could recollect a whole week from when you were 21. You know what I mean? Like vividly. Like, it's not hard. Like, I could pick like 20 weeks out of like the whole span of the 5 years ago and just
Really?
tell you, dude, yeah, what? Like, I
could
remember
do that
so
with
much.
a lot of the Learn TV stuff that we went through, 'cause like all that was very memorable. to me.
Yeah, that was when we were 21. We were younger than 21.
I made a clip, and I just want to. I'm testing out some stuff.
Oh, you just want to see the clip?
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna play it right now. I just put it in our mind 'cause we didn't have a clip thing yet.
Okay, just so that like you can see it later.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
I'm just playing around with stuff. I'm listening and I'm part of the conversation, but I'm also just kind of playing around with stuff to see what works.
You're much older than me still, so
Who's old?
apparently you and me.
Oh no, you're old.
I have
I'm
2.5 years till I'm 21. Whack.
I
I thought you were 19.
Wow. So Josie is one of those people who was like able to smoke for a little bit and then
And then couldn't anymore.
that fucking sucks.
Wait, was she?
Yeah.
Is she 19? When would I thought that started like over a year ago now?
No, they started that like either right before Corona, 'cause we were doing the podcast when it started. Remember? 'Cause we talked about it. It became like a hot topic for us. And I mean like a topic, not like the store.
December 20th, 2019.
Yep. Well, depending on when Josie's birthday
Yeah, I was
is.
going to say she technically was probably never. No, I'm 18. Oh, okay.
Okay, well then no.
Then
It
yeah,
wouldn't have
she was
any-
never.
never mind
She was
then.
never. I turned 19 in July. Damn, yeah, that's rough.
Baby. Who's baby?
She's a baby, bro. She's 3 years. You're absurd. Your view on time is weird.
Leave me be. I'm mature.
It is weird that like
Oh, can
there are
you
people
clip
we
stuff
know.
from VODs?
I can, but it's weird.
Sorry, I'm
And
still
you
like
gotta go find like the timestamps, which is so annoying to me. I hate. That's why clips are so much better. Is like I can do it right now and I know it's funny, and then not like
yeah.
I never watch these. Like every once in a while I'll like watch like 10 minutes of one because I'm like going back like
And you're like interested?
yeah, so what'll happen is like whenever I'm uploading to YouTube, whenever I like go 2 weeks and don't upload anything and forget, I have to go back on our hard copies and hard copies and like line up and make sure that like okay, that's 155, and then start like 156, 157, and like start uploading in order. And like sometimes I'll go to one and like fast forward
for you to do the number.
I don't have to wait till that. Usually I just look at like a video that we know is numbered like on YouTube, and I try and find the same one because they're in order in the podcast VOD thing on the computer. So sometimes I'll just be scanning through looking for like something in the background that looks the same as like the video that I'm like the one on YouTube, and every once in a while like I'll leave it on for just long enough to get interested, and then I start listening to us bicker and moan about some bullshit, and then I'll sit there and listen for like 10 minutes, and then I'm like okay, that's enough of this, and then I'll finally cut it off.
Do you ever
How I assume our audience like views us. Oh, okay. I got my 5 minutes in. It's time to. You guys need to stop
check
talking.
out? Yeah.
Stop talking.
Well, that's
guys.
what I'm saying. Like, I think we're good in small doses. So if we can just break this up, like, we'll just do amazingly.
It would definitely be cool in the future to start like grabbing little conversations, like 10-minute, like make little 10-minute clips for people on YouTube, like, and that way you can put those on.
You know what we need to do?
What?
We need to host like one of those America's Funniest Videos shows, me and you, and just commentate on the videos. That way, everybody's getting to watch something that's actually funny, and something that they think is funny until they realize it's not.
I mean, you know how many
And
YouTube
then
channels do that?
And then we're out of there before they realize it's not funny, and then we're back. You know what I mean? Between videos.
That would be a really cool idea if it was like the beginning of YouTube. But like everyone
Charlie,
does
this is
that.
a completely.
My dad wants to do that.
This is a completely original idea. Nobody's ever done this. Nobody's ever. Don't even look at. You guys don't even look on the internet. Like nobody's ever done this.
Okay, so I'm here now.
This is the first time that anyone's ever attempted to do this.
Hey, Hamid.
Hamid, like you and 2% have like almost the exact same color. Did you guys customize yours, or is it different for you? No, they have the same colors for you too.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same on both of my sides actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's the same for me over here. Oh, he did customize it. Okay, I was about to say, 'cause you're like always
Customized, bitch.
you're always that color for me, and I'm like, what? Like, what is it? You know what I mean?
You can go in your Twitch sex.
Do you? Were you a fan of Prince?
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm sorry, the artist formerly known as Prince.
Yes.
And then he.
I like this music.
Do you know about the like what his name is, like the symbol?
No.
You don't know? I don't know either. I've always like heard people say the artist formerly known as Prince, and I'm like, so what is he? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what is he now? I mean, it doesn't matter now 'cause he's dead, but I mean, like, doesn't it?
Matters a little bit.
Like, 'cause like
he was famous.
so like he turned.
He was in
himself
an episode of New Girl. He was amazing.
Was he?
Yeah, he played himself. It was incredible. Like, actually, it was fucking amazing. Like, I don't know how to describe it other than it was fucking incredibly good. I would like to say that I have the best music taste out of all of my friends. Guys, right now, go look up While My Guitar Gently Weeps, Prince. No. He did a cover. It is the best guitar ever.
I want to sex
I'll watch
you
it
up.
later.
Like, I want to sex
I
you
like
up. so
Purple Rain. I'm a classics dude. Purple Rain is just...
Man, everybody likes Purple Rain. Nobody's like hitting on that. I want to sex you up.
I'm sure it's a great song. I'm sure I've heard it. I just don't know it by name. But
Or like
Purple Rain is like I know Purple Rain. And I like Purple Rain.
his song in Batman. You know he did a music video for the first Batman movie,
I wouldn't be surprised.
like
He's
Batman
huge.
'89.
What was it? What was it like?
I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I hearing that, and also that like Batman wore Jordans in that.
That's hilarious.
Did you know about the Jordans thing? I was like, this is the most like every fact I've ever learned about the Batman movie outside of like it being like in the movie universe itself is like, oh yeah, that's definitely like a late '80s, early '90s movie.
Did you hear about Avatar Studios?
No, what is that?
Let me go ahead.
Is it Avatar: The Last Airbender? Are they making their own studio? Are they gonna do like a Marvel thing? Yes.
Well, I don't know about the Marvel thing. Hold on, let me find the...
Come on, Charlie.
What the hell?
Bring me some good news. I mean, it's been an okay week. I just would like some good news too.
Well, it's no longer trending in entertainment. Let me... Okay.
Well, while he does that, I'm gonna continue on with what I was saying about Prince.
Here it is.
Never mind.
Avatar: The Last Airbender franchise expanding with new animated movie and dedicated studio. Nickelodeon has announced the launch of a new division dedicated to creating new series and movies based in the world of Avatar: The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra. The division will be called Avatar Studios and will be led by original creators and executive producers Michael DiMartino and Brian Konietzko.
So what does that
so
mean
bad
for
for
the
me.
Netflix series?
Avatar Studios will debut on Paramount Plus, Nickelodeon platforms, and unspecified third-party platforms, as well as in cinemas. The first project for Avatar Studios is set to be animated. Is set to be an animated theatrical film. No further details were revealed, but the project is scheduled to begin production this year. And then it just says 10 best Avatar: The Last Airbender episodes. I am
God.
so excited.
I'm excited too.
Now, I hope that they stick to the original animation. Did you hear? Apparently, they're aging Katara up and de-aging Sokka for the live-action Netflix. Like, apparently, they're like switching their ages. Like, Sokka's gonna be the younger one by a couple of years, and Katara's gonna.
Like that.
That's like even worse. Like, unless they make Aang older, that's gonna be like
really awkward.
like weird. Cause like, so I guess what they're having to do is make Aang older, cause he's only 12. So like, they're probably gonna have to make him older to make the show work for some reason, cause people suck.
I'm losing more and more faith.
Yeah, I honestly could give two shits about Avatar, the Netflix show.
So it's dead in the water for you.
I mean, yeah, like I'm not even like I don't think like
Are
I'll
you-
watch a trailer. If the trailer comes out and it looks cool, like I might give it a chance. But I'm very much like against it now. Like I'm no longer even excited. I'm like mad that it's still happening
Well, it's one
because they got. But hey, I'm happy today because those guys got shafted by Netflix for not having creative control. And now they're owning an Avatar studio and you're about to make a whole bunch of new shit that's going to cripple. Like, this Avatar Netflix shit is going to straight up just not even exist
Well, it's just like what,
compared to this Avatar studio shit.
it's just like what FDR said. Like, Avatar: The Last Airbender has never worked in a live action setting, and it never will.
I hate you.
I mean, that's what he said, Charlie. One of the presidents of our nation. He said that, Charlie, word for word.
Uh-huh. I'm sure he did.
He also said Avengers Infinity War is the best MCU movie.
Is that what he said? Nerds! It's a Wonderful Life? Oh, wait, the quote. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
Is that sounds like It's a Wonderful Life. Hello, wait.
Letting all guesses come in. I think it's a wonderful life. You know what? I'm going to guess It's a Wonderful Life.
Or is that Robot Chicken episode? Have you seen that? Like where the robot humps the bell?
My notice said shirts were off. My shirt is off. I'm wearing a jacket.
I'm wearing a jacket.
Or a
too.
hoodie. No, fuck you. Fuck all of you. Was that right?
Is that also a quote from a movie?
Oh, wait, you ruined it. Hoodie's so mad. Look at how mad Hamid is at you. You said it before we could. We didn't even see it in chat yet. Reluctantly, yes.
You know what's crazy? I've never even seen It's a Wonderful Life.
Really?
No. Is it good?
It's
Have you seen it?
fantastic.
Really? And it still holds up even though it's made like almost 100 years ago?
It's incredible.
You know it's crazy
What
that
have I
movie's so close to 100 years old.
I mean, it's like, when did it come out?
Like the mid-30s? I
Like-
might be wrong. I
I think
wrong,
you're
but
wrong.
I feel like it's old. Maybe 40s.
Yeah, 46.
46. Okay, so
That's
mid-40s.
crazy, bro.
That movie's still
That's
almost
fucking
That's
crazy.
still that movie's still closer to 100 than it is to anything like else that's significant.
That is nice. Released January 7th, 1947.
They should have like re-released whenever it comes out on Blu-ray and like just really do it up.
I wonder if anybody from that movie is still alive. Like any
Probably
character.
not.
Or any like actor rather. Character.
Is anybody still alive?
I don't know.
I love the guy, what's his name? He's the main dude and he's in a bunch of he's in Rear Window. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, I'm going to go. Sorry, I'm going to go
Wait.
not 'cause I'm angry, 'cause of Warzone and Friends. Sorry, I couldn't tune in for more.
He
Have a good one,
also
guys.
plays
No worries with me.
the main character in The Spirit of St. Louis.
I don't know enough about old actors. Like, I don't know enough of them by name. I know a lot of them by face. Like, I could point out the guy from It's a Wonderful Life, but I couldn't like tell you his name.
He
right
died
now.
in like 90 something.
Did he?
Yeah.
Damn.
He lived a long time. Hold on. I'm going to pull it up because it's bothering me. He's the main actor in Rear Window.
I mean,
Oh.
Philip, Queen Elizabeth's husband,
Yeah, no.
is about to be 100.
I know.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. They had him step down, didn't they? Or something like that.
Hmm?
Didn't they have him step down?
What do you mean?
Wow.
What do you mean step down?
From his duties or whatever. Wow, the budget for Rear Window was estimated at $1 million.
That's crazy for back then. Oh my God, Ace.
Thank you, Ace.
Thank you, Ace. It was so loud. What did it say?
What is his name?
I want to make loud noise as I leave for bed. Have a good one, Kings. Thank you, Ace. You are going to bed as I'm getting out of bed.
James Stewart. That's the guy I'm thinking about.
I know a guy named James Stewart.
James Stewart and Steve. I love Steve McQueen too.
Steve McQueen's was in everything.
Steve McQueen's like awesome though.
He's one of those guys that was just in all the stuff. Him and John Wayne.
So
There's a cardboard cutout of John Wayne at my dad's place right now that I want.
really,
Yeah, it's so cool.
is he at the next Thanksgiving with the Pilgrims? He died. James Stewart died July 2nd, 1997, and was born May 20th, 1908.
Mm.
Mostly known as Jimmy Stewart, not the race car driver.
I know. No way. It's so weird, like, how we're approaching lapping all this stuff in entertainment for a
Yeah.
century. Like, 'cause, like, our whole life, let alone, like, we're young. Like, our parents, like, grew up with this stuff being,
Like
just
brand new.
before them.
Mhm.
Like, the way we look at, like, Lethal Weapon, like, they'll look at that stuff, and now that stuff's about to be 100 years old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Do you think we'll live to see Lethal Weapon be 100?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. I mean, unless if we, like, don't die because of some accident, then yeah. I mean, 'cause Lethal Weapon came out in, like, the 80s. We'll make it to the 2080s.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Well, there
like,
we
for
go.
sure.
We get to see the 80s. We get to live through the 80s. Isn't that nice?
It'll be hilarious, like, going back and watching shit like Stranger Things in the 2080s.
We'll be like, yeah,
I'm gonna
young
dip soon
man right
'cause-
there is dead.
I'm gonna dip soon. He won't be dead. Those guys will be.
I mean, yeah, but we'll both be like, yeah, he's doing good now. He's like 150, and
We're older than
We're
them.
older.
I mean, in the 80s.
and we'll somehow develop like these weird accents along the way.
I'm gonna dip soon 'cause this show my mom is watching seems dope. Y'all have a nice stream.
What show
Thank
are
you,
you guys
Josie.
watching?
Yeah, what's this? Is it
What
000 on Amazon Prime?
Is it The Flash? Is it The Boys? Is it Arrow? No, Arrow's off. Is it Batwoman? Is it Superman and Lois?
Easy.
That's a new show
Easy-
that's
easy
coming
way.
out. Did I tell you
Easy.
about that?
I've seen it.
It's gonna be like Clark and Lois, but but more modern. Because that idea worked so well the first time. Actually, I'm sitting here talking shit, but I think Clark and Lois went on for like 6 seasons or some crazy shit.
I don't
the-
know.
by
I
the-
don't watch CW stuff or
Those-
like any of those superhero
Those are
shows.
you who are uninitiated. Clark and Lois.
It's Discovery of Witches.
Ooh,
That sounds like something Kristen would like.
yeah. Those of you who are uninitiated.
But peace, homies.
Clark and Lois
Peace.
was about a Superman show about, you guessed it, Clark and Lois. But they were
Who?
like they were domesticated.
So like it was WandaVision, but with Clark and Lois.
Yes, but it was more committed to the whole sitcom aspect of it.
That's weird.
Right? It's very weird. But he was also still Superman. Like, he would come and be like, yeah, I just fucking saved, like,
A bus
train.
of children.
Yeah, and she'd be like, well, you're late for dinner. You know what I mean?
And
So
she'd
it's
be all upset.
and
like,
it came out in the 90s.
that's weird.
Right?
There's a movie called
and he didn't have a
Professor
mullet.
Marston and the Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No.
It's about the guy who wrote Wonder Woman.
Oh.
And
That guy's
it
really
is
interesting.
Yeah, but it's weird. Like I haven't watched the movie like all the way. I have it. It's just one of those movies that's like, is this the time to watch it?
Very kinky too, or something?
Yes. So what happened was, he started writing Wonder Woman he has a wife, and his wife falls in love with one of his students, who's a woman, and he does too, and it's like a 3-way relationship.
Polyamorous relationship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Polyamorous is where you all love each other, and then like an open relationship is where you just have a girlfriend, and then you still have
And
your
then,
like main.
you
person.
still have like your wife or your
and
main.
she has
your
a
main
boyfriend,
hoe.
and she still has like you.
Yeah. In this, it's all three of them, and he starts writing Wonder Woman based on the new girl and his wife, but both
merging of
kind of the merging of their characteristics. I think is what.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, 'cause like Wonder Woman looks like his wife, but it's kind of based on the girl, like in terms of who they are. I haven't watched the movie yet,
And
but
this guy
apparently it
also-
is like. Well, I say
This guy
I don't
also
know for
made
sure.
the lie detector test, right?
Is it the same guy that made the
Yeah,
lie
I think
detector?
so. Hence the lasso of truth.
That would be kind of cool.
I think that's true. I'm like 90%. I'm 99.9% certain that that's true.
IMDb. Let's see how this thing was rated. Professor Marston and the Wonder Woman was a 2017 movie. Got a 7.1 on IMDb.
Is it DC? Imagine they had like. I mean, it
It's
should.
an hour and 48 minutes. It's rated R.
In a way, it probably should be, right? You know what I mean?
The story of psychologist William Houghton Marston and his polyamorous relationship with his wife and their mistress, who would inspire his creation of the superheroine Wonder Woman.
Bill Marston.
Luke Evans, Rebecca Hall, Bella Heathcote are the characters.
Heathercote.
I'm looking for people that. Oliver Platt's in it.
Plate.
That's the only. No, it's Platt. He's the only name I recognize. You'll know him when you see him. This is Oliver Platt.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, him.
He's like a bad guy in the MCU, isn't he? He looks like a
In
bad
the
guy.
MCU?
Isn't he? Pull him back up. Let me
I
see
already
his face.
exited the
Oh,
tab.
Damn it.
In the MCU, I don't think so.
Well, wait. Before we move on to this.
In X-Men First Class, he's not a bad guy. He's like a friend of the mutants for the government, and Azazel kills him.
Yes. Azazel kills him?
Yeah, he like teleports him up into the sky and starts dropping people. He's the one of the first ones he drops.
Damn.
Yeah, it's sad.
I like that.
Because like at that point in the movie, like you like him a lot. You like
Yeah.
you like the character.
And they just fucking kill him.
And bro,
Oh.
that whole scene when they go and wipe everything out is like bananas because they fucking wipe everyone out.
Yeah.
Like it's
And it's
crazy.
just 3 of them too, right? At that point. That do that. It's Azazel, the dude with the knives or
and the
whatever.
crystal chick. Yeah.
Oh no, the dude who can make tornadoes.
Yeah. Okay, it's 4 of them.
No, the crystal chick wasn't there. Not for that part anyway.
I'm pretty sure she was there.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't she have been there?
It's Kevin Bacon, Azazel, and the dude who can make like tornadoes. And Kevin Bacon's just Kevin Bacon. He's nobody special. I'm just kidding. He's like somebody, but I don't remember his character's name.
He's such a good. He's Johann Schmidt.
Yes.
I think.
That movie's amazing.
That movie is fantastic.
If they could find a way to make that movie work in the
it's
MCU,
the best. It's the best. It's the best X-Men movie.
I would be so happy if they could find a way to make that canon to the MCU.
The problem is if they make that canon, they have to make the rest of the X-Men movies.
Not
canon.
necessarily. If they like can do it like the whole like merging of universes, they could pick and choose what they want.
No, because it's all in the same universe.
Damn it.
You can't pick out like chunks out of.
All right,
one
just
universe.
remake that movie, but put it in the MCU.
Recast it.
No,
I know,
we gotta bring back
Michael
Kevin Bacon.
Fassbender is incredibly good as
the
young
only thing
Magneto.
I didn't buy about that whole setup in that trilogy of movies is that they were decade jumping and that Michael Fassbender was still like that 30 and 40 years after each one.
30 and 40.
Yeah, so the First Class takes place in the 60s. Days of Future Past takes place in the 70s, like the past part of it. 80s is Apocalypse and 90s is the Phoenix, Dark Phoenix.
90s.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm sure they decade jump in each of those movies. And Professor X still fucking looks like that. And then in like X-Men he looks like Patrick Stewart, which is at like the, beginning 2000s.
Hold on. X-Men movie timeline. I need this right now. X-Men movie
While you're talking about that,
timeline.
did you know that part of like how Clark Kent. It wasn't just that he would wear glasses; he would also slouch and make himself look smaller as part of his disguise.
I don't need them. No, this is not what I mean. That's not what I meant.
What did you pull up?
I put in chronological order, but I thought I meant timeline order. I guess timeline. No, that's not what I need.
It's not telling you the dates, is it?
Not yet. Hold on. How to watch every X-Men movie by timelines. Okay. So, come on, show me the thing. Show me the thing.
Show me the thing.
X-Men First Class is
Okay.
1962.
Okay.
Days of Future Past is 73 and 2023 at the same time.
Yes.
Origins doesn't count.
What is Origins? Late 70s?
Origins is 73 to 79.
Okay.
Apocalypse is 83. Days of Future Past is 10 years after First Class.
Yes.
And then 83. And then Dark Phoenix doesn't say. It doesn't say any
doesn't
year
say
for
for
it
Dark
doesn't
Phoenix?
say for the rest of them. None of them the year that they
Damn,
take place.
That's weird.
At least not right there. Hold on, let me
But
keep
still,
going
that's
down.
30 years that he's like looked the same.
Well, 20 so far. 62
Oh, yeah,
to
that'd be
83.
20, yeah.
But then, I mean, Dark Phoenix. So you're saying Dark Phoenix is 10 years after
It's
Apocalypse.
supposed to be, yeah.
But don't they kill Mystique in that movie?
In Dark Phoenix?
And or whichever one's the most recent one.
Yes.
Charlie's 83. What?
So it's kind of up in the air.
Is it up in the air? See, that's what I thought. I was like, how can they kill her off? And it makes
mean, like-
sense.
They did, but they so Days of Future Past reset everything basically. So every X-Men movie that's happened before the 70s just doesn't exist anymore. It didn't. So now the events are playing out in weirdly the same way. You know what I mean? But it's different.
What if they
It's
just
kinda like
remake?
making
What if they just remake the first few X-Men movies with this cast, like straight up, just refilm it,
It's
like
kind
shot for shot,
like, you
except for
know-
Hugh Jackman still.
like you know how like in Flashpoint when Flash
No.
goes back in
I
time.
don't know about that.
So let me explain this to you. Flash goes back in time to stop the murder of his mom, but it fucks up the DC universe. So he has to go back to make sure his mom gets killed to reset everything. And even though it fixes things back,
That's horrible. That's such a terrifying thing to have to do.
even though it fixes things back, he comes back and like things are the same but different. Like people will have had kids, and if their kid was like a boy, it'll be a girl now, or vice versa. It'll be like weird things are different because the butterfly effect has like still changed some things, even though like it is essentially back to normal. That's how he made the New 52, because the New 52, while still it's DC, is technically like different.
That is strange. Like how they reset events in the Star Trek movies. I don't
Kind
know.
of, yeah.
I've never watched the. Not a
Yeah.
big Star Trek.
I haven't
person.
seen it, but I know vaguely what you're talking about.
When you say you know vaguely, do you just want to agree because
No.
it sounds like
I've
it's
heard
becoming
that. I've
your
heard
thing?
that Star Trek is like similar to DC in that aspect.
And that they just like hard reset sometimes.
Yeah, apparently. I don't mean, like I said, I don't know. You know, I've never seen Star Trek, but that's what I've heard. I mean, from Isaiah and stuff. You know,
I definitely hate when
that's why
they.
you got like future Spock that like sees young Spock.
I definitely hate when they do stuff like that in movies, like when they just straight up hard reset like a series.
Well, so I mean, it was necessary for DC at the time because things were just getting fucking out of hand.
I mean, yeah, no, sometimes it makes sense, but I hate when they do it and they like don't expect you to understand.
Yeah.
Because some people don't know that that's what's going on.
Honestly, you should really watch the animated Flashpoint movie because it's like a standalone film. You don't really have to watch anything else, and it's really good. And I think it would kind of like you'd be like, oh, okay, well, like this is like pretty cool.
I think I've seen what you're talking about. It's like Batman's like kind of an asshole.
Batman isn't Batman. Batman is Batman's father,
Yeah.
and like fucking kills people, like
Yeah.
uses guns and shit. And the Joker is Batman's mom.
What?
Yeah. I don't think you've seen it.
I think I've seen parts of it on YouTube and just never like.
It's
I've,
really
I've definitely
good.
never saw the whole thing.
It's really good. Like it's one of my favorite DC anime movies that isn't connected to the DC anime universe.
Like it's not connected at all.
No,
It's just
it's
own. It's
its
totally
own
its own
thing.
thing.
Now it's loosely connected to the Dekamu, which is like, you know, you remember the Suicide Squad Hell to Pay movie you saw?
No.
It's the one on Netflix where it was a Reverse Flash was the main villain.
You talking about animated?
Yeah.
I never watched. I
Oh,
mean,
you
I
never
watched it, but I didn't watch it. Like, I
okay.
watched like the YouTube, like
Clips for it.
yeah.
So it's loosely canon to that set of movies, but not not technically.
I understand.
Because Reverse Flash is like a multiverse character. You know, he could jump to any universe. So like,
Which is hilarious. Like
Yeah.
having those characters.
yeah,
That's gonna be like having Deadpool for us, in the MCU.
yeah. I like that. I'm really excited to see Flashpoint like come to theaters eventually. You know what I mean? Because they're making a live action version of it. But whether or not it's good, like, you know, I'm waiting to see how the Snyder Cut does.
Could you imagine being Stan Lee? Imagine being Stan Lee and writing all these characters, and then 2012, like growing up as Stan Lee, like he was 90 something, like he was around for the fucking Depression. Like he was in New York when the roads were still dirt, and like the cars had wheels that were like bicycle tires, and he was like, you know, walking up and down the street, probably in like some shitty shoes, as a kid, like just walking like he was alive during that, and like that's how he grew up, and he had these dreams of making like writing superheroes. And then imagine now it's 2012, and you're like in your 80s, and you're watching these characters you thought about as a kid that you wrote later in life. You're watching famous like A-listers play them well, and like cinematography like and ridiculous CGI pull these characters into real life, like in a way you could never like. Could you imagine being like in that position?
It's crazy. Like, you
It's
know,
so nuts.
well, it's just like we talked about before. Like, you know, my grandma's 80, 86, 85. And like the things, I mean, she was alive when FDR was like on the news talking about Pearl Harbor. I mean, like not on the news, but on the radio talking about Pearl Harbor, you know? Like, and she's lived from that point to see Trump as president and now Biden as president, you know, and like still has a lot of like life and energy left in her. Imagine all the shit we're going to see in our lifetime. You know what I mean?
Terrified. We've seen some crazy shit in our short lives.
Yeah. I mean, the internet has changed shit up completely for us, and that's just within our first 25 years. I mean, like, you know, I think it's going to be amazing stuff, you know, and I hope that one day we're in that position where we're like something we've wanted created or that we've created is like up on the big screen, and we have like A-listers playing out characters we've wrote.
I don't know about that. Maybe that, but like, I would love to just have a cameo. I would love to just play our like. I'd like our podcast to get so big that it's like Joe Rogan level cameo, like where he can just be doing a podcast in the background of a movie or show.
What did we see recently that Joe Rogan was like cameoed in?
Bright
Bright?
on Netflix, the Will Smith movie about like
Yeah.
trolls
And you were
or orcs. It's orcs, elves, and humans.
And you were like, how the fuck when did he record that?
Yeah, 'cause it was, I don't know who, like, when, I mean, it wouldn't have been that hard. It was just cool that 'cause it's Netflix, so he works with Netflix. But like they recorded like a scene with him and like an orc talking about like some social injustices going on. It was awesome. It was really cool.
Did he talk about doing what was it? What's he like to do? The shrooms and stuff?
DMT.
Did he talk about doing DMT with the orc?
It was awesome though. It was cool to see that like in a like at the time like pretty big movie, like comparatively, like people were excited for it.
Do you think
I liked the movie. It kind of got like shit panned. Like
Yeah.
people hated it, but I thought it was dope. It would have been
Why
a
did
really
people
great
hate
series
it?
because it was kind of short. A lot happens in not a lot of time, and
I
It's
thought
the
it was
kinda
gonna be
movie
a
that-
show when I first saw it.
yeah, and honestly, it should have been. They built an incredible world. Like you watch the movie and they do so much world building in so little amount of time. Like they do such a good job world building, and then the story just kind of happens too quickly. The story's still good. I still like it. I think it's a good movie. Like I enjoyed watching it.
It's just kind of too fast. It's like
For a lot of
whoa,
people.
don't rub me out all the way. Let me like build to it first. You know?
Slow down. Let's enjoy
Yeah.
the
The
you know,
atmosphere.
it's about the journey, not the destination.
Yeah, let's enjoy the candlelit dinner that we're eating while you jerk me off. Don't get steak juice on your lips while you're going to, like, you know, because that shit can burn sometimes.
Okay. Those are things I have in my head now. And didn't want.
I was imagining you as the one who was going down, too.
Of course you were.
Yeah.
You fucking disgusting.
I'm just ragingly erect right now. Oh, man.
Well, Creighton, it's episode 166.
We still haven't
We're
done it?
54 minutes in. We haven't done any of our stuff. It's episode 166, which means. Do you want to guess what 166 means, Creighton?
No.
On Urban Dictionary?
Oh, is it order 66?
No, that's 66. I want you to guess.
One order 66. Is it like the same thing as 69 but reversed?
No, to do homework and watch porn at the same time. Episode 166.
I think I've definitely been in that position before.
No, yeah, 100%. Me as well. The weather in Baker County, Florida.
Something about the homework just like makes the porn stronger. You know what I'm saying?
No. I don't know what you're saying.
I feel like you do. This is the man I've chosen to be my lifelong comedy partner. He's sitting there talking about jerking off and doing homework.
The weather
I got it for you, Charlie.
in Baker County, Florida. It's 51 degrees Fahrenheit. The precipitation's a whopping 1%, and the humidity is 67%. Welcome, Creighton.
That's so low.
What?
Compared to us, the 67%.
Yes. Excuse me.
Welcome
to the Shirts Off podcast. Hit me with the with that old Urban Dictionary word of the
I
day.
have pulled up one.
You whore. How are you not prepared for this? This is your one. You have one job during the podcast.
I got caught up in our thing. Did you hear the thing I told you about Clark Kent, by the way?
What about what? No.
Hold on, I'll get to it in a second after I do the Urban Dictionary thing. So,
Really killing this podcast.
bowl searching is today's word.
Bowl, like BOWL, bowl
Yes.
searching. Okay, go
The
ahead.
process of searching a building for an empty bathroom. A successful bowl search typically relieves the frustration of uncomfortable defecating around others. Although in less frequent cases, the desire to urinate alone is a factor. Bowl searching can be done anywhere, although it is most prevalent on a college campus. In college, I did a lot of bowl searching. Sam went to the bathroom like 20 minutes ago. Geez, what's taking so long? He's probably bowl searching.
That's a good one.
Yes.
We've never done a quiz.
I didn't even read it before.
We've
I
never
see.
done a quiz.
We did do a quiz.
No, we didn't.
We did.
No, you just
Nobody
said.
participated.
Yeah, sure. You
Do
were
you
like,
want
oh,
me to? Do you want me
no.
to quiz you?
No,
I'll
I don't
quiz
want.
you if
I
you
don't
want
want
me to.
another quiz.
All right then.
I'm just simply saying that you never did it. Do you know what a sloth bear is?
Oh wait, let me say a thing about Clark Kent.
Okay.
So, you know how he just wears like, up until a couple days ago, I thought he just wore glasses to hide his identity. Apparently, there's more into it that goes into it than that. He wears glasses and he slouches and he acts all clumsy in like the Christopher Reeves movies. Apparently, and I was like, well, now I totally get why people wouldn't realize that's Superman, because people expect Superman to be like, you know, straight
Big
back,
baller.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, and Christopher Reeves is a big dude. You can tell that from the acting he's done and stuff. But like him slouching down like this, or like, you know, getting kind of low, adds to the illusion of like, oh well, this guy's too nerdy and too like, you know, too much like Matt to be Superman.
Wow.
What if Matt's Superman?
Wow, Matt. He's not online anymore. Damn, you really came at Matt like that. That's fucked up. I feel I'm upset on his behalf. I'm mad at you for him. How dare you? That's our boy. That's Matt.
My boy Matt.
That's Matthew right there.
Matt, my boy.
Matt, my boy, my boy. I'm excited about this Avatar thing, dude.
Yeah.
I'm happy that they have a studio, and I'm happy that those guys are the ones running it. Like, no one's gonna be able to.
No one's gonna be able to make Avatar stuff like
Like
that.
no one's gonna be able to compete. Like, this Netflix shit will like come out, but I bet you no one will like it. Like, they're changing too much. Like,
What is the thought process?
Right? Like, I know they have like analytics and shit, but they can't think it's that cut and dry that people will like it, right? Like how do they not understand that like all this shit has happened in the past?
Money.
Yeah, I know the money, but what I'm saying is they want to make money, right? They want to make a bunch of money. How do they not understand?
Well, see, I guarantee you they're betting on that it'll just do so well and be popular that nobody will like notice that anything's changed.
No.
You don't think so?
No, because like some kids might watch it, but like if they're aging up Katara, they're aging up Aang, and if they're aging up Aang, they're aging up all of them.
Well,
Like
see,
they're gonna age up
aging up
Toph.
Aang just isn't like as good. You know?
I know.
I wouldn't want to like. Legend of Korra is one thing because they're all older anyway. That's kind of like the angle they're going for with that show. Aang's story works so much better because he's just a 12-year-old boy with like the fate of the world pressed upon his shoulders. You know what I mean? Like that, it works so much better like that because it's like, damn, like can he do it? And he has the optimism of a 12-year-old. You get him like 15 or 16, he's gonna be depressed as shit. And be like, I can't do this.
Well, that like immediately that starts happening like right away in The Promise, like the first of the books right after the events. The cool thing about the first one is that like it's like the beginning is taking place alongside the ending of the show. So like you're seeing little moments. Yeah.
What's The Promise?
The Promise is the first of the graphic novels.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like it's the beginning of it is taking place at the same time.
Read it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's taking place at the end of the show. So like you're seeing the other sides of like the big awesome scenes at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Like right before they're all at Uncle Iroh's tea shop at the very end, right before Katara kisses Aang, you see like it's Zuko, Aang, and Katara are at like talking to Earth King Kwai about starting a movement to like get the Fire Nation out of the Earth Kingdoms. And this is like a spoiler alert, but not really, because it tells you all this in the first like 10 pages. Like this is what becomes the plot of the graphic novels. The Promise is about like them realizing that some Earth Kingdom Fire Nation colonies are don't need to leave. Like they don't like there's people that have been there for 100 like generations now. You know what I mean? Because like you're talking about people who've lived there, like their family, like their father's father lived there. You know what I mean? Like because they started opening up Fire Nation like colonies in the Earth Kingdom before the 100-year, like before Aang was even born, like when Roku was around. You know what I mean? So like there have been people there for ages, and it really goes to show how much they really did plan ahead. Because, like, you know, they were doing stuff like that, like,
well, they
in
wanted
season
to go
2
on for
and 3.
a fourth season, you know?
Yes, the fourth season would have been awesome. Because the fourth season would have been about them finding his mom. Which, like, they really set you up for it.
I hope they like, with this animation studio, they go back to doing it, you know what I mean?
Well, that's what the second book is straight up about finding the mom. Like, that's what it's about. Like, that's what the book is about. It's called The Search.
Honestly, like
I haven't read it yet. I haven't started that one yet.
Stretching out, like, you know, trying to like smooth things over, like piecewise into a season, and then finding Lutsuko's mom the next season after that. You know?
Yeah, the first like this, The Promise is a very quick read, but it makes you feel like you just watched a movie.
Yeah,
like that's how long of a like it's a lot happens. Like, and it is so good. It's one of those things where it's like, it would be really great if they made that into a movie. Like, if they just make each of these into a movie, like a 2 or 3 hour thing, like, maybe
honestly,
not 3.
they already have, like, if they've got the books out for it, and they've already, like, that's pretty much storyboarding right there. They could just go ahead and just reanimate that.
I would watch all of them, too, because, like, they're as fun as like, I laughed out loud reading this shit. Because, like, I could hear the fucking sounds from the show, because they have such good like comedy audio cues, like it's like for the animation, like when Aang gets like upset, it's like, because so often in the show Aang says something and then somebody like disagrees, and then they come to their senses and say like, I should have done this, and it's literally what Aang said. He's like, that's what I said. Like he does that in the book, and like it just immediately I just hear it from the show, and I was like, like literally like sitting here by myself fucking laughing like a little idiot. It was so great. Like it's so like
entertaining.
That show is 16 years old.
Yeah, it's Jack's age.
That show is 16. He was 1 when that show came out. Can you fucking believe that? That big guy we know. The show is as old as he is, essentially. Like in terms of that's when it came out. Like it's probably older than him in terms of when they started writing it and getting it ready. It's so.
I wonder if they knew it was gonna be big.
I think after season 2, they probably understood that they had some crazy shit on their hands. Like season 1 was pretty big and like people loved it, but bro, by season 2, like when they are storming the Earth Kingdom palace and Toph is going fucking in, like cuz at the time Toph's like the only real master aside from Aang with airbending. Yeah. She's like a master earthbender, like beyond anybody on the planet. Like, and the animation for the time was just incredible. Amazing. Like, it was so good to see it. Like, especially in a 20-something minute episode. Like, those episodes, it was like part 1 and part 2. Like, they did so much in so little time. That show was so good. God, that show was good. I'm so glad I'm so glad those guys have a studio now and are making this shit. Yeah. 'Cause now, like, I just want them to continue the show. That's all I want. It's all I want. I don't give a fuck about this live action shit anymore. Like, everyone was like, it'll never happen. So, like, I was like, okay, I guess I'm not worried about it. But now that they've said this and they're saying they're going to do the movies, like, just, like, guys, listen, guys. If somehow you guys hear this, DiMartino, and I can never say your name right, so I'm not even going to try it. But the guys who make Avatar, if you ever see this somehow, please, fuck those movies. Make a show again. Just make, like, look, go Rick and Morty route. Take like 3 years a season. I don't give a shit. I'll wait. I'll watch this shit when I'm 40. I'm 25. Look, start now. Take 2 years to make it. I'll wait, bro. I'm down to wait. I want quality Avatar content again. We are here for it. Tell me you're not here for it, Creighton.
I am.
We're so here for it.
It'd be like the next Game of Thrones.
It really would be.
It could be. You know, it has the potential to be. What about Avatar Kyoshi? A show about her.
I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited for it, but I'm also like worried about it. You know, if that makes sense. Like I'm not worried. Like I'm worried that people will get like the wrong taste in their mouth.
From what?
So like,
imagine Avatar Kyoshi played by Gianna Carano.
That would be incredible. That would be amazing.
Right?
I'm just thinking, like, I see it in my head. I'm trying to think of a way to do this without spoiling something else for you. 'Cause the thing that I want to compare it to, I can't compare it to yet.
What
for
is
you.
it?
I can't because you haven't.
Is it Last of Us?
Sort of, but it's like The Last of Us and something else.
Is it something? What is it? The something else.
I don't want to say. Anyway, what I'll say is people who like Avatar will go into this, like, and because I think it's going to be a little, like, more adult. And, like, I like Legend of Korra because Legend of Korra was, like, adult Avatar, like, more adult. It was starting to flirt with.
We've never seen an Avatar at full, like, at physical peak. Like, for a long time. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like we saw Aang in Legend of Korra.
Yeah. In his prime. But we've never seen his whole show dedicated to that, you know?
I would love a show dedicated to Aang, like, as like his prime, like 100%. Like or Korra. Like, both of these, like, all of these characters, like, I would sit through a fucking, like, 20-season arc for all of these shows. Like, I would be so down. Like, I want it. I just want more. Like, there doesn't have to be an overarching arc that, like, is being touched on all the time. Like, I'm down for just shenanigans with the gang.
They have, like, 50 seasons of Arrow, and you're telling me they can't make, like, 50 seasons of Legend of Korra?
That's what I'm saying. Or Avatar, like, either one.
Or Avatar, dude.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I want to see old Aang. I want to see, like, boomer Aang, like like really old, like right before he dies old.
Well, he wasn't that old when he died, though, right?
Yeah, he was like, and what he would be like 80, consciously 80, 'cause like he was 112, and he died like 70 years after the events of the show, apparently. I think that's what the opening credits of the first episode of Legend of Korra would have me believe. They said it's been 70 years now, and Avatar Aang has died or whatever.
And then like Korra's like, what, 20 years after that?
Legend of Korra, I think
Or,
she's
like,
she's like
18.
she's like 17 or 18 when the first show or when the first season starts, and then by the end of I think by the fourth season she's like 25, 26.
Yeah, 'cause it's like there was years she's just stuck. In
Yeah,
that
between
wheelchair.
season 3 and 4, like it's like a 3-year or 4-year span. It's a long time between season 3 and 4. Like
Which
it's
I
a
like
minute.
that.
I like that they did that, but I also don't like it because like so much happens to the characters.
I think
Like I like it
I
for
would like
character
being able to
development.
see it, but I
Yeah.
understand why the time jump was necessary 'cause it is at the end of the day Korra's show. So like it sucked to have like 3 seasons of her just stuck in a wheelchair not doing Avatar stuff.
They did 4 seasons of that show in 2 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me that they did
Yeah.
it so quickly. I wonder why. Like they must have like made all the
Well, apparently they had like the studio for Nickelodeon breathing down their neck pretty much the whole time 'cause they were trying to push the envelope a little bit with stuff.
they're trying to PG-13 it. They were flirting with PG-13 from season 1.
But season 1's like just such a good like
Bro,
season
1
1 could be like a what would that be, like a 15 or 13 hour movie pretty
a
much.
miniseries.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that long.
What
It's only-
what
it's
is
only-
it? It's like
It's only 10 episodes, and they're it would be like the
a
equivalent of like
5-hour movie, something like that.
not even like a 3.5-hour movie.
But I mean, it's that good though. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
yeah, no, it's
and
incredible.
It's such a self-contained story that, like, you know, you can
Especially
watch all
from the
that.
other seasons. Like
Yeah.
by the time season 2, 3, and 4 happen, like in all of those seasons, you don't even ever hear about season 1 again.
Yeah.
Like the only thing that show did that was stupid was not reference itself.
Yeah.
'Cause like the thing that's great about Avatar, like the original, was that
It references itself all the time.
all the time, like stuff in season 2 talked about directly, 'cause all of it happened in the span of a year. So like they're constantly talking about shit that happened to them a few months back in the events of season 1 or season 2, you know, when they're in season 3. So like it's the whole show was so good about that, and so good.
Like I would think season 3 tries to do that some because of like just the world changing event that happens in season 2, you know.
You mean for Legend of Korra?
Yeah.
Yeah, season 3 tries it a little bit, but again, like it's just everything that happens from there on.
I will say this though, like I think it might just be because each season has a different villain, like that the
Yeah.
seasons feel like so distinct from one another. Whereas
Yeah, there's not
Avatar-
like an overarching like goal to accomplish over the course of a few seasons. There's like each season carries a new challenge.
Yeah, which is good. I like.
Well, they
that.
made each season thinking that they were only going to last a season,
Yeah.
which was like each time, like each season, they were like, this is our last season, so they had to keep making it sort of open-ended.
That's how they.
That's
did
what
it.
really sucks about season 4 is like by season 4, they had to have assumed they were picking up steam, and then Nickelodeon was like, nope, and because they leave you with like the biggest cliffhanger of all the
Yeah.
seasons.
That's what happened to Justice League. Like they were so sure they were going to get canceled each season that like each season of Justice League is meant to like wrap it up, and like with Justice League Unlimited, there's 3 seasons, but later on they just merged season 1 and season 2 together, so now there's just 2 seasons. But like there's a definitive ending for season 1 and a definitive ending for season 2, which season 2 of that show might be the best season of anything comic book related I've ever seen. And then season 3
Hey, Austin.
season 3 is like a bonus round. Like they were like, oh well, we wrapped it up, but like let's do like some fun shit for like, you know, the show. And then it still even has they still bring it all together to make an awesome ending at the end.
There's so many people dedicated to like DC animated stuff because it works. Where like Marvel stuff needs to be live action, DC stuff almost needs to be animated. You know what I mean? Like
Well, that's why I'm
isn't
telling
that
you.
such a weird distinction that like it's so hard to
it's
do?
hilarious.
It's hilarious that like they just can't do good DC live action unless it's standalone stuff.
The thing to me is like I honest to God, if they sat down and were like, hey, we're gonna start an animated universe and it's gonna be like feature length films and all of it's animated, I guarantee you people would love it. Like people would go out and see it and it would
Don't
grow.
they do that though?
They do that, but it's only with home releases. It's never released theatrically. If they started releasing that shit theatrically and like built on it, like it would grow to be as big, if not bigger, than the MCU. Because and then they don't have to worry about people aging out of their roles either. Not really. I mean, with voices, it's very hard to tell when somebody's like was either 25 or.
I would agree with
105.
you, but they'd have to keep making them like PG-13, and it just wouldn't work. Like they wouldn't get
Well,
the
they
audience.
have a lot of their animated stuff is R.
That's even worse. They wouldn't get any numbers in theaters.
If they could do it like a Pixar movie, like with that quality of animation, I feel like they could pull it off.
Not if it was rated PG-13 or R. It'd have to all be PG. They'd have to make it. They'd have to dumb it down a lot for kids.
Maybe
If kids can't see it, parents aren't going to go see it. Because like, you'll go see it, and people who really love it will go see it. But like, especially if it's R, no one's going to go see it. Like R-rated movies never get any like box office numbers. Like very few have gotten huge.
Deadpool.
Deadpool's
I know Deadpool's like a crazy example.
insane.
With it.
Like Joker broke the box office record for a rated R movie at $1 billion.
Really?
Yeah, it was the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time. And before that, it was Deadpool.
Damn.
Like there's a lot of like some of the best movies of all time that are like rated R didn't do great, and they did great like in terms of like they made their money, like they made money on
What
it.
about Terminator?
I don't know. Let me see.
But see, I think the way you
Charlie,
can
my friend is being bad at BTD6. I don't know what that
the
is.
way you
What
can
do I
sell
do?
this though to me would be like, so a lot of their R-rated anime stuff is stuff having to do with magic and horror. So I think the way they could work around that is like selling it as more of a horror movie than it is a comic book movie.
The
Like-
original Terminator made $78 million.
That's crazy.
That's it. Isn't that nuts?
Yeah.
It's like with a budget of $6.4 million,
6.4 million only made how much?
and it made $78 million.
78 million. Well, I see why they made another one because they just fucking
Yeah, they fucking
yeah.
like
That's James
11
Cameron too, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. But
the
so
second one. Oh my god.
I know the second one is like one of the best ones ever apparently.
The second one's budget was $100 million, and it made $520 million.
Jesus. How much did the third one make? Third one wasn't that good. It was okay, but it
The
was
third one. What's the third one called?
Rise of the Machines or something
Yeah,
like that.
2003.
Or Judgment Day.
No, the second one is Judgment Day.
Oh.
It had a budget of $187 million, but it only made $433 million.
Mm.
Like, so you went down from 2, and then after that, they kind of start tapering downward. Like, Salvation made $371.
Salvation's good though.
It's okay.
You didn't like
Genesis went to $440, but then Dark Fate was at $260.
Dark Fate didn't do good?
No, Dark Fate was people hate Dark Fate. Dark Fate's like the
Really?
most talked shit on Terminator.
Really? I haven't seen Dark
Blue
Fate.
Tower Defense 2, 06.
I've seen Genesis. Genesis is okay. It's not like anything. The thing I feel like I like about that movie is I like Terminator. So any Terminator movie I'm going to go see and enjoy to some degree. But some stuff in that movie I was like, that's kind of stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, with Terminator now, you're going to suffer from, like, again, James Cameron isn't making them anymore. So, like, you're just going to continue suffering from, like, fucking
Cash grab.
cash grabs. That's all it is at this point. Is like people who want cash grabs for shit. It's just silly. It's all silly, dude.
What was I going to tell you?
Get to the chopper.
Before
It's
we
not
get-
even Terminator.
Oh.
How dare you, Austin? That's Predator.
Imagine Predator versus Terminator, though.
Terminator would fuck him. Like, it wouldn't even be close. Like, Terminator would fuck Predator.
I would, like...
Like, in the ass. Like, with no lube. Like, just absolutely destroy them.
My life is... Oh, he meant it.
You didn't know.
Oh, damn.
Watch Predator. It's one of the best movies of all time.
I haven't seen Predator. I've seen bits of it.
You should
bits
watch
and
it.
pieces of
It's so good.
Is it a horror movie, technically?
I guess technically, but not really.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
I know it was like the meme with the arms like meeting and like shaking each other.
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
it's a funny meme.
Yeah.
It's a good.
I
it's a
didn't
good
realize
movie.
it was from that movie till it popped up on my iPhone as that clip. I was like, oh okay, it's Predator. Like I always know clips from that movie. I just have never seen it. And then
It had
they
a-
did the arm thing, and I was like, oh, it's that.
It had a budget of $18 million and made $98 million,
Damn.
and then the second one did bad.
Is the second one just not good?
It's just so bad. It was so bad. The budget was. Oh, it doesn't even say the budget. It made $57 million. Oh no, it does say the budget was the budget was $35 million. It made 57.
Oh, damn it, dude.
They didn't even reprise any roles, which is like even worse. So like the budget just goes all into like Danny Glover and Gary Busey and Bill Paxton and all these characters, and like it just wasn't. Danny Glover was good, his part, but like everything else was kind of silly.
Did Carl Weathers return?
No,
I'm pretty sure Carl Weathers died in the
he
first.
died in the first.
Imagine he showed up though.
Like everyone dies in the first. Not literally
Except for
everyone.
Arnold, right?
Other people live. I'm not gonna say who. I don't want it to be too spoiled. Like Carl Weathers does die. I'm not gonna say who else
Well, I've
lives.
seen the ending before.
Oh, okay. So you know who lives.
Yeah. Who
The
lives,
Predator.
Who dies? Who tells your story?
Oh, this doesn't say the thing. So The Predator, the new one, made 160.
Is that one good?
Apparently not. I want to see it. The trailer, it was one of those movies that the trailer was fucking incredible. Like, dude, the trailer was fucking incredible.
They should honestly have have awards for trailers.
Like, remind me before you leave. I have to show you the trailer for Predators.
I've seen it.
I mean, The Predator, like the new
I've
one.
seen it.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
We're gonna watch it anyway.
Predator is just one of those franchises that like I've had my eye on for a while, but I've never actually sat down and watched. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you which one was actually great. Was Predators.
They
Predators had a budget of $40 million. It made $127 million. Do you know what Predators? Did you ever see that one?
No.
So it's got Adrian Brody plays the main dude. What happens is the Predators get a bunch of humans and take them to their planet, like it's a game reserve,
and
hunts them. And all the people that they take are like high ranking and or just badass people in general. So like the main dude, Adrian Brody's like special forces. There's like Spetsnaz. There's a Yakuza member. There's like a cartel member. There's like an FBI's most wanted. And then Topher Grace is just there, and he's like playing himself basically. He's just a nerd. And long story short, he's like a high school teacher, but he's a murderer. He's like a serial killer.
Oh really?
Yeah, he like cuts people up and everything. And like it's not, and like he doesn't make any sense to them. Like he's like, why are you here? And like Adrian Brody figures it out in the end because like he ends up being like one of the bad guys. It's really good. It's like it's probably the best one out of them other than the original. Like to me it goes like Predators.
But so you have all those characters to play off of too, you know.
Well, yeah, but you have a ton of characters in all the movies. Like that the ones that are bad are bad anyway.
To me, Predators sounds like pre-Saw. You know what I mean?
Huh?
Like Predator sounds kind of like Saw a little bit. Like like the build up. You don't think so?
No,
I mean, it's getting a group of people together to kill them.
That's all horror movies. That's just saying that all horror movies are precedents.
I mean, but not really. Though.
It's totally different. I've seen Saw. It's totally different.
I mean, I'm not saying it is Saw. I'm just saying, like, like I could see the writers for Saw looking at that and be like, okay, like, what can we do?
Yeah, but that's all horror movies. That's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's fucking Cabin in the Woods. That's like pick up Freddy Krueger, Jason, like all of them. Like it's like Michael Myers. Like pick a fucking character, pick a horror movie franchise, and it's just killing everybody. We're about to sail into a shit typhoon, Creighton, so we better haul in the jib before it gets covered with shit. Copenhagen, you're late. We're like an hour and 20 minutes deep.
That's also another
Tom and Jerry comes out Friday.
Yes, it does. Do you think it's gonna be good?
I have no clue. It's either gonna be incredible or terrible. There's no in between at all. I'm not gonna watch it. Like people
Would you want to watch a live action Tom and Jerry?
That's what this is.
Not, I mean,
sort
it
of.
is, but it's
not
like
really. Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It's like they are animated, and then the rest is live action. I'm sure I missed some riveting insights. You did. It's been a good podcast.
We talked about
porn,
BDSM,
watching porn during homework.
Yeah.
We talked about the
Wonder
weather. Wonder Woman, and the her fucking
dad.
polyamorous relationship with the guy who wrote her. And that being a real thing. Porn? Yes, porn.
We talked about how P. Daddy Combs is Larry King's dad.
No, we didn't. Did you ever watch any of the Alien movies yet?
No.
None of them?
I've seen Alan, but I haven't seen any of them.
Alan.
In space. Nobody can hear you in space.
The original Alien is incredible. Aliens
With Ridley Scott, right?
Ripley.
Ridley Scott. Well, who's the actress? What's her
The
name?
actress is Sigourney Weaver.
Oh, Sigourney.
Oh, you
She's
mean
in
the
Holes.
director? Yes, she is. No,
Yeah.
in Holes, she's an alien. You see her in Holes, and you're like, she's an alien. It's not the other way. It's not. It's not. She's the lady from Holes. She's the lady from Alien.
She's the warden
Who's in
from
Holes.
Holes, not the lady from Holes.
I need a good horror movie in my veins right now. Watch The Quiet Place if you haven't yet. Did you talk about if a cat's size is increased to 50, its size to be a big cat, but it's not a big... Oh, my God. How did you say it? You got to type that better. Come on, you're usually good at words. Did you talk about if a cat size is increased to 50 times its size to be a big cat,
Austin.
but it's not a big cat?
Austin, a good horror movie is Halloween 2018. That's a pretty.
I've heard it's pretty good. I haven't watched it yet.
That is like.
If you haven't seen the original Alien, that is a motherfucker of a horror movie. It is so... Like, I don't like horror, but I love that horror movie.
Maybe
Like, that is a...
Copenhagen is coping fucked up.
God damn it, Copenhagen.
Are you fucked up?
Alien is one of those movies that, like you feel fucking... Like, you feel like you're watching it and you're like, oh, my God. Like, you don't know... Like, you're not ready for Alien.
I felt like that whenever they had, like, the new Alien come out and it had the shower scene and the tail went in between the legs. I was like, ooh.
Did you see that movie?
No, I haven't seen that one either.
That one's good.
Is that one good?
It's so good. Really, the only bad Alien movie is Alien Resurrection.
What about Covenant?
Covenant's the one you're talking about. It's incredible.
Which one? What's
That's the one with the tail going between
There's
the legs.
another thing though that's like
Prometheus.
yes.
Prometheus is pretty good.
Yeah.
Prometheus is good, but it's like it doesn't feel like Alien.
Well, it's not, is it? It's
It
like
is.
a
No, it's
prequel.
Well, yeah, but it's still in the Alien universe.
It
Covenant is a sequel to Prometheus.
doesn't have any aliens in it though, does it?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, it does. There's an alien in it. In Prometheus?
Yes, sort of.
Sort of.
It's at the very end.
Oh, okay.
It kind of it's like you
It's
watch
like
it and you're
the
like
first Alien, right?
sort of. Bay Anon followed us. Thank you, Bay.
Thank you, Bay.
Thanks, Bay. We love you, Bay. I've never understood like that, like using that word, like talking about Bay. Like
Whenever people,
I could never. Like
people who
I'm
say,
talking to my Bay. Like I can't. I could never say it seriously. Like how do you say like yeah I'm talking to my Bay? Like no, I just can't. That doesn't sound. I couldn't do it.
people who are like that, I'll be like, damn, like you guys sound like you got some shit in your mouth. You need to swallow that.
Oh my God.
Like get it out.
Do you think?
What?
Did you think about that, Charlie? You giant forehead racist. Four-headed racist. I've heard rumors of an Exorcist reboot. I've also heard rumors of an Exorcist
I
reboot.
hope not.
Why not?
It's too soon.
I saw Alien as well, pretty banger. Did you see all of them? I watched Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, and Alien Resurrection in the same 2 days.
What about Alien versus Predator? Or is that not canon?
It's technically canon, I think, but it's Alien versus Predator is just the first one's kind of cool, but then Requiem is just fucking horrible.
Really?
Yeah,
is
the
it
first one.
horrible because of the Predator part of it, or is it horrible because of the Alien part of it?
It's horrible because of the writing.
Oh, really?
Those two things combined are kind of sick, because Alien is the ultimate prey for Predator to hunt.
Yeah.
And Alien versus Predator, the first one's okay. Other than the human parts of it, it's awesome.
See, that's the
the
thing
aliens
I don't
versus the
understand.
Predators are sick.
That's the thing I don't understand about these movies. Why do they have to have if it's this person versus this person? Why do they have to have the human parts at all?
Well, the human parts are what ground it. They're what I
mean, I guess. But
Alien versus Predator could have been better if they had humans involved, but it wasn't
there's so much.
it wasn't
extra
too
stuff
slasher.
thrown in
Yes.
for the.
It's
humans.
just for. It's not even that it's thrown in for them. It's thrown in for the horror movie aspect of killing humans. They just need to kill a bunch of humans.
The
So they
movie
do.
that I think does this best is Jason versus Freddy, because it never feels like it's one too much over the other, and it never feels like it becomes too much about the humans.
I guess.
Have you ever seen that Jason versus Freddy?
No.
It's really good. It's not the best versus movie I've ever seen, but it's really, really good. What?
Couples that call each other king and queen are 83% likely to be opioid addicts. Proven facts.
What
I
about
want a
if they're
Freddy
wearing
Krueger
the
movie.
hoodies that like say king, and then the woman's wearing the hoodie that says queen?
Even worse. It's dog shit, Charlie. Oh shit.
It's it's not. I mean, it might be. It's been a while since I've
It
seen
probably
it.
is.
But like,
I've heard it's
I
pretty
enjoyed
bad.
it. I've enjoyed it. They teased that movie for 20 years.
You can low key like if you're gonna watch these movies, you can skip Alien Resurrection. It's garbage. Like it's supremely bad. You can skip Alien vs Predator and Alien vs Predator Requiem. If you want to watch one of them, watch the first one.
What time? In what time period does Alien versus Predator take place?
Like
'Cause like Alien takes place in like the future of mankind.
the
right?
80s, 90s, 2000s, somewhere in there. It's kind of hard
Really?
to,
So they kind of go back in time then with that one.
you mean
Because isn't
Oh, well, yeah.
Aliens like technically in the future?
it might actually be way in the future then if I'm thinking about it, cuz now I'm forgetting that like Prometheus and all that is like in the past but really like in the future, like cuz like it's in our future.
Yeah.
How do high schools in Alabama pick their homecoming queen and class valedictorian? The homecoming queen has the most teeth. The class valedictorian is the one who can count them all. Austin's from Alabama.
Damn. I had people ask me today who Copenhagen is, and I was like, I don't know.
None of us know.
And
He'll-
like
he'll never tell
the
us.
way it was raised is, I want to know who Copenhagen 218 is, and I was like, you know the numbers? Like even I don't know the numbers.
I know the numbers.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
You have it
but I mean, I look
burned
at his name all the time.
What are 218's a clue?
This is his birthday, February 18th. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Copenhagen. This is your birthday song. It is a very long.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Fucking. I'm a little drowsy.
It's my gift currently.
The first Alien's a masterpiece.
Hefty.
It's one of the best movies. It's one of the best movies ever made.
Yeah.
To me, like it's
Yeah.
just so. For the time, it was made in it was made in like 1979. What year was Alien? Let me see what year the first Alien.
Predators is 1979, or Predator, I mean, is 1979.
Alien. The first Alien, from 1979. The second one came out. Aliens came out in 86. There's 7 years between the first and second one.
Imagine waiting 7 years for a movie.
And then Alien 3.
Well, I guess we did that with Infinity War.
And then Alien 3 was 92. So 5. So for 3 movies, it took 15 years. No. 13 years to make all 3. And then Alien Resurrection is absolute fucking horrific
Are
garbage.
the first 3 good?
The first 3 are great. Like the first one's incredible. The second one's fucking awesome. And the third one's like pretty good. It's the guy who made Social Network, David Fincher. It's his first movie. It's
Really?
his first directed movie.
The third one?
Yeah. It's really good. Prometheus is kind of dank, but it's kind of like weird. It feels out of place. But then Alien Covenant's like, hey, we're back. Alien Covenant is the most fucked up looking movie I've ever watched. Like
So-
it hurts you to watch it.
So is Alien
It's a good like
Covenant-
body horror movie.
Is Alien Covenant like a is it, where does it take place within a timeline?
It's
Or is
after Prometheus, before Alien.
Okay. Does it make sense?
What do you mean?
Like timeline wise, does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
They have
so-
liberties to play with. There's no not making sense. 'Cause like all the the thing about Alien is like one of the themes they have is like cryosleep.
Mm.
So like everyone's always coming in and out of cryosleep. So like it's like in a future where like basically time doesn't mean anything.
So it's kind of like Halo a little bit. in
Sort
terms
of,
that.
yeah.
Because they have cryosleep in Halo.
My friend from Alabama lost his wife and his sister in a car accident. She was a good woman. Wait. My friend from Alabama lost his wife and his sister in a car
I
accident.
get it. They're the same person. They've never seen his. They always see his wife and his sister in the same room. Omegle.
Copenhagen definitely is drinking. Omega lol.
Omega lol.
Lol is like the laugh face emoji going like this, like, and Omega lol is like, like it's a super crazy version of it.
Excuse me. Yeah.
What?
We got like the midweek sleepies.
Well, you worked all day.
Slept all day.
No, I was up all day. I only slept for like an hour and a half. That's why I'm so tired. Is like I got really good in a sleep in like an hour and a half, and then woke up.
You were gone when I got here.
Bro, I was fucking out.
Normally you'll kind of like wake up if somebody walks in, but you were like gone. And I was like, man, I could just sit here and like watch him sleep. And then when he eventually like wakes up to pee.
And Creighton did for a while.
And when he eventually
I don't
wakes
get
up
up.
to pee, he'll
I don't
be
get
like,
up to pee or anything.
Really? You just
Never.
piss your bed?
No, I just pee before I go to bed. You fucking barbarian. Like when I sleep, I sit down. I lay down and sleep. I go to bed.
I hope like I never get to a place where like I'm pissed in the bed again, 'cause that shit's annoying.
It's disgusting.
Not that I haven't done.
If I pissed in that bed, I'd get a new bed.
I haven't peed in the bed since I was like 4 or 5, 3, maybe 3 actually. Like it was worked out of me very early in my life.
Really?
Yes, because like they were just like no, like my parents were like, if you do this, we're gonna beat the shit out of you.
200 gifted subs, Austin.
Nice.
If you give 200, I'll let you come do the podcast in person. I mean it. If you give 200,
How much would that be?
that would be
$200?
$1,000.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
$1,000 to get on here.
All right, BRB. Yeah, okay.
Well, you know what?
Okay,
do with your
Austin.
stimulus check, Austin.
Oh shit, he has a he might do it. Austin, don't do it.
Austin,
don't
do
give
it.
200.
Austin, go for it. Do it.
Austin, don't give 200. You save your money, bro.
Duh. Oh, you know who we haven't like hit up about being on the podcast? Who we need to hit up tomorrow to be on tomorrow's podcast?
Okay, but actually, Matt, who?
David.
I'm down. Austin, like, you can come do the podcast.
After you give us $1,000 each.
If you gift, here we'll set it up as a payment plan. You have to gift 50 total subs.
Yeah, give me one.
Over the course of 1 year from today. So, like, as long as you've gifted 50 by February 25th next year, you can come do the podcast in person.
Are you gonna keep tabs on that?
Well, it'll keep tabs for us. Twitch keeps tabs.
Oh, okay.
Payment plan element. Dude, that
You know Walmart
imagine
has payment
imagine
plans?
people that want to come do the podcast in person. Like that's how we do it. Like if we really want them to come do it, we just tell them payment. But like we have to know them. They have to have like an established line of credit of us knowing them.
Did you know Walmart has payment plans?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Like one day I was in there and I saw like it's this or something a month. I was like, a month? What? And then I started looking. I was like, holy shit! You can just like buy stuff on credit and like pay it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's like everything.
I
in the
mean,
world.
I knew like. I knew they did that with cars and stuff. Like I didn't realize you could
Washing machines, dishwashers,
I realized you
books.
I didn't realize you couldn't like you could just like finance your like a TV or something, you know what I mean?
You can finance like books and shit on Amazon. Like you can do all of it.
That's pretty cool.
Once something's like over $50, I think you can set up payment plans or it's like something like that.
Yeah. I might do that. No, 'cause I like my phone. I might do that with a TV at some point.
No.
No, I'm gonna get my own room soon, so I'll need a TV.
No, you won't.
What? Yes, I will.
You won't need a TV.
Well, you just gonna give me a TV?
I can give you one, but like we're gonna move in and we're gonna have so many TVs already. Like I have fucking
No,
5
I'm
right
talking
here.
about before then, 'cause I'll have my own room at my house.
I know, but will you? What if we find something next week and we're ready to move in and we move in?
I mean, yeah, that'd be nice. I need more money though first.
It would be the most boring podcast ever. I'm a 19-year-old dickhead. That's what? What do you mean boring? That'll be
I
hilarious.
think he's talking junk about himself. Austin, don't belittle
Austin,
yourself.
shut
on
up.
here. We belittle each
Austin,
other.
how many times have we sat in Discord and laughed like fucking idiots?
Yeah, Austin,
That's all this
How many
podcast
times
is.
have we done that?
Shut up. Chris.
Me and you, we were there.
What's up?
bro.
Okay. Hey Flint, what's up, dude?
Hey,
I'm
Flint.
not saying that
Oh
word.
no,
What?
my PC's battery's running low.
Super Soaker
Oh, what's
69
up?
swag. Meow. Meow pussy. Nick, where are bro?
Where have you been at?
Well, he's been working.
Oh,
And he has a girlfriend now.
oh, Nick, you have a girlfriend?
Yes,
Oh,
she is.
Congratulations.
Very pretty.
What's she look like? Show me a picture.
No.
Oh,
Hey, wait, who's CF?
yeah.
Hey, Chick-fil-A. True. Hey, Soak, big fan. Sorry, that was rude. It's okay, Flint. I love you, Flint. We missed you so much. I miss when you're always. I miss the days when you're always here talking to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see if I can find this bonehead.
Just stop fucking
I'll
going
show
to
you.
school. Like, come on, man. Where you really?
Soak
really
says
working
poggers
towards?
in his girl's ear during sex. Yeah, I know. He probably actually does. Like, he would think that's hilarious and do it. Let me
The
see.
best part would be if she thought it was hilarious too and laughed.
Oh, yeah. I mean, then they're just meant for each other.
Yeah.
Nah, he has no Snapchats up recently.
Mm.
I'm sorry. I would show you, but I can't. He is
What, the
nothing.
girl?
Yeah.
Oh. Damn.
Cousin
imagine that being-
Fricker, Alabama.
Is it your cousin?
He's talking shit on Austin. Just stop. Just stop what? Just stop podcasting until you're done with school. Imagine. What are you doing? Oh, I understand. Nick, I miss you, dude. I miss you coming around and doing stuff. Like, just literally sitting in calls, hanging out. Like, you gotta ditch your girlfriend a little bit, dude. You gotta hang out with your boys. I miss you. Is your laptop okay? What if it cuts off right before you plug it in? Wouldn't that be an he said, don't say that. Okay. We have power.
The technology.
We have the technology.
Where are you?
Yo, Nick, you want to come do the podcast?
That should have been you to Nick. Where are you? Like, like that Blink 182 song. And then
Where are you?
And I'm so sorry.
And I'm so sorry. Shortish hair, Creighton, makes me feel uncomfortable. That's just.
It looks
racist.
good.
It
You
doesn't.
should see the profile picture that I put
I don't
on
know
all
about
my
that.
stuff today. It's like blowing up. I got like 40 likes. I think it's 'cause I just never post anything except for the podcast. So people are like, "Oh, you're doing
New
shit.
content."
Yeah, you're doing shit." Nah, crazy.
No? Why not? Nick?
No?
I want to talk about space. I want to talk about aerospace engineering.
He just doesn't want to, Charlie. Go on, leave
That's
him
his
alone.
job.
Leave
He's
him
an
alone.
aerospace
Leave
engineer.
Him, leave him alone.
Isn't that sick?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But leave him alone. Stop bugging
He
him.
helped design the booster rocket for
For SpaceX.
for the one that Elon's like launching
the
tomorrow.
one that blew up.
Please direct further requests to my manager. Fuck, I gotta add that.
Who's your manager? We need managers. Like who would be a good person?
Matt would be a great manager.
Chris would be pretty cool.
Not even a man. No.
What? I want that workplace relationship kind of stuff going on. I want to be able to
Matt,
bone in my office.
I don't think Matt would be a good manager. I think he would be great at like the social media manager.
Because then she could come in wearing glasses and like a little pantsuit and something and be like, I have these papers for you, and like bend over slowly, and then I'd be like, that's the life right there.
Kristen, get your man. I'm sending her a clip of that. I'm clipping that and sending it to you. You're terrible.
A skirt.
That's how you talk about her.
Actually, a skirt instead of a pantsuit. Like, she can still have, like, the suit jacket on because that's part of it for me. You know what I mean? Like, we're both wearing suit jackets the whole time.
You're terrible. You're
You're
horrific.
garbage. Who kills for money?
You're garbage. Who kills for money? Don't talk like one of them. You're not. We could as long as you don't ask the wrong questions. Wait, what?
Good, as long as we
What do you
don't
mean the
ask
wrong
them.
questions? Sometimes I just wonder what life would be like if I wasn't well hung. You know? I do know.
As long as you weren't William Hung.
What? William.
There's a joke from The Office where, like, Todd Packer has, like, well hung as his license plate, but it's just WLHUNG or something like that. And everybody's like, are you a William Hung fan?
God damn it, Creighton.
What
the what the fuck? What the what the
Not
fuck?
Here. It's not hither.
It's not. It's here.
If you ask the wrong questions,
The government will come for you. I want the government to
Oh.
come for me.
I'm not surprised we get fucked by them all the time.
For real. You think that it would be their turn every once in a while?
Nope. Well, it was their turn, then they got mad and canceled the game.
That's a good point. Then they released the COVID. No, I'm kidding.
You remember that though? Like, they were gonna get him with the GameStop thing. I read it, and they did get him.
Well, it's not the government, the hedge funds.
The hedge funds, government, it's all the same.
No, it isn't.
It is. Who do you think?
Daddy Biden moaning. Fuck yeah. Biden still hasn't given us this fucking stimulus that he said he was
I
going to
think
give
he
us.
just was like, as long as it gets me in there, I'll say it.
That's kind of how I felt.
Did I tell you about, like, his elliptical thing that, like, they were like, yeah, you can't bring that into the White House because it had, like, a camera and shit on it and microphone? Did we talk about that?
No, we didn't talk about it, but I saw that, yeah.
That was hilarious.
That's kinda
to
funny.
me.
Like, why not just take that off of it? Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure
or
they could.
like, there's probably, like, a...
Why not just
yeah.
get a custom fucking bike? Like, I don't understand.
He has to use the one for the White House because they couldn't. But imagine like Biden's on the elliptical and he's just like on the phone with the president of Iran, like giving him nuclear codes or something. And,
Fuck
like,
all politicians. Yeah,
somebody
I'm
hacks
with
his
you,
thing.
man. I don't like any of them. Left, right. I mean, I think it's silly that people like were so like. From what I've seen, like I don't really. Also, I'm drinking. You're always drinking. I don't really side with any political side.
I'm on the side of the elliptical on this one.
Okay. The one thing I've noticed in politics is that there are a lot of promises that
And
never
no.
get kept. It doesn't matter if it's Democrat or Republican. Like I knew that right before the election, Biden was like, "We're gonna get a stimulus right after I'm elected. It's gonna be a big stimulus, like a better one than what Trump did." And I was like, "Yeah, okay,
We haven't
it
had
might
that-
happen, but it's not gonna happen when you said it's gonna happen. It's not even gonna happen. Like I bet it'll be another 2 months at least before we get that thing."
The only good stimulus check we've gotten over the whole course of this has been the $1,200.
I mean, yeah, and I didn't even get either. I didn't get either of them still. Like
We got the
I'm gonna have to
$600
get them
one,
on my
though.
tax credit. Like I'm gonna have to get a tax credit for them because I still never got them.
But you're not the only one. You know what I mean?
Flint, is that my guy? Oh, Charlie, I follow Nick on Twitter and Twitch. Do what you will with this. Okay. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
No, but I mean, like, imagine, like... Damn, I forgot what I was going to say.
Talking about the presidents.
Talking about the stimulus.
We got the 600, the 1200. Imagine.
So they're saying 1,400 to make it 2,000, right?
Yes.
But imagine all the people who haven't gotten their stimulus check that, like, fucking need it. Like,
I
this
still haven't
is-
got it. Like I don't like super need it, but like I definitely don't not need it. Like I'm not like fucking rich.
Yeah.
I've got a little money put away.
And then there's, like, rich people that just got it.
No, I mean not rich people.
I mean, there's
People
people
with
who
more
are-
money than us, but not rich.
There's
Rich people
people-
don't get it.
There's
You don't
people-
get it at a certain point, like
There's-
depending on your income.
There's people that, like, got it that just, like, don't need it. They're either trying to, like, give it back or, like, just keeping it in the bank.
I mean, what do you mean don't need it? Like some people,
Like, for instance,
if you make more than 400,000 a year, you don't get it.
yeah. But I mean, like,
But then they lowered
Like
that.
people
They're
like-
lowering that a lot for this new one apparently.
people like my mom and I think Mike got it, but I'm not sure. And they're not, like, hurting. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, but like at the same time,
They're not, like, rich,
they're
but
not working
like,
either. You know what I mean? Like it's.
Well, I mean, they're both working. though,
I know, but I'm saying like they can't look at it that way 'cause so many people might not be working like they usually are.
I don't know. I
didn't get
and
it
then there's
because
people that aren't U.S.
dependent.
citizens that got it. You know?
Yeah, that was the weird shit. People in Australia that like used to be citizens who are not citizens anymore.
Yeah. Haven't been since the '60s. That
Yeah,
one guy.
that one dude from Australia.
Yeah. And like
Keep talking for a minute.
and got it and like is just like, yeah, I'm not sending it back. Fuck, it's free money. They fucked up. And he's not wrong for that. You know what I mean? 'Cause he's right. Like if it was me, I wouldn't want to give it back. Like, you know, fuck y'all. Y'all. I mean, how fucked up is it that we as a country, like, are sending out money to people who haven't been citizens in like 50 fucking years? You know, 60 actually at this point, right?
And not to our own people.
Yeah, that need it. Like it's just fucking stupid. On the first one, 1,200 was independents. 600 was for children. Under tax law, children are less 16.
Under 16.
16. I was 17. A senior in the department. I didn't get the first. Dependent. I didn't get the first or the second one, and I won't get the third one. Yeah, I've heard about that too. That like fucking people there in between like 16 and 18 don't get shit.
Who are just gonna get fucking screwed by this.
Yeah, they are working, by the way, and have had lost a lot of their like server jobs because of COVID. Well, that's fucking shitty. Just don't tax me. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, like, I don't think it's fair if you get taxed and you didn't get it. 17 to 22? Damn. Well, see, I don't think that's right.
I don't think that's right either. My buddy's 20 and he got it.
Why is Creighton's camera blown out? That's just how I roll. I'm always constantly in like an early 2000s music video.
That was hilarious. The government screwing people over? No. I don't
He's
know.
got a
I still
point.
haven't gotten mine. I'm gonna I'm gonna get it on my. He
Well,
filed independent.
maybe they think that you just make too much money to qualify.
No, he's saying that he wasn't a dependent yet, so he couldn't do it.
No, I'm talking about you.
I don't make any money.
Yeah, you make just too much money.
I make
They
no
know
money.
They're on to you.
But it doesn't matter. One, I don't make enough.
I'm just messing with you.
but I also like on paper I make no
They're
money.
like, this guy falls into a different tax bracket. We just got to get
The
him out.
government's full of shit. What's new? That's a good
So
point.
I have a question, and this might be too personal. If it's too personal, we don't have to talk about it on the podcast. But
Okay.
it's like, how do you do your taxes
I don't.
with the job that you
Mike does them for me. I mean I don't have a job on paper. Like I just have a cash job. So like as long as you don't make a certain amount a year,
you don't have to file taxes for?
well you should always file taxes as like a no income, even when you like you should always be on the books.
Yeah.
You should always be filing. Every year you should file taxes whether you have a job or not, just so that like you're still being recorded. But like I take in so little compared to like a big job or whatever, like that, like I don't make enough in a year for it to be worth even like saying that I make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like you have to make like I forget what it is. You have to make like a big number. It's not like super big, but it's like big enough that I don't have it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I'm not keeping records of how much cash I like make, throughout the year anyway. Like if I really did the math, I'm sure I could figure it out, and I might be like hovering on the line now, like for how good I'm doing. But like it's nothing worth like calculating all that shit. You know what I mean? Because then I'm gonna have to start keeping records of all the cash I bring home, and like it's like I'm not bringing a ton of cash or anything. Like I'm not making like bukus and bukus of money, but like I'm able to pay my fucking bills and shit. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm able to like not like have to worry about my phone cutting off or eating. But the hope is that like eventually Twitch starts paying off enough. Like if we get this going good enough, that would be what I file for taxes. But I hear the filing taxes with Twitch is like fucking ass.
Really?
I've heard that because they're so like they just don't.
I heard doing the same thing with stocks is ass too, because
That's what I've heard.
they take so much out of it.
Well, it depends on the site, and it depends on the site and the amount you're the amount you're taking and the amount of times, like the what's the word I'm looking for? The density of withdrawals, if that makes sense. The amount of times you're withdrawing, like you can only do it so many times, if that makes sense, because they have to charge you. The government. When I was a kid, I'm gonna make my 1-year-old do taxes. Stupid freeloader. When I have a kid, God, I read that bad. When I have a kid, I'm gonna make my 1-year-old do taxes. Right. Frequency. Thank you. The frequency of withdrawals. That's the word. I don't know, man. Taxes are weird. I mean, when I was at Learn TV, it was easy. You just plug in the numbers and you're fucking good to go.
Yeah.
That was like cake.
That too, and we were technically like employees of the district,
Yeah, it was not a challenge. I didn't do those I've never done my own taxes. Someone's always done them for me. I paid one guy to do them. He charged me $90. And I was like, "Oh. Yeah, I'm not doing that again." And then Mike's been doing it. I got some back, but it was like I didn't want to pay him $90 to do it. And he just plugged all the numbers in, so I wouldn't have to. Which like I get that that's a job and people do it, but like I don't make enough for that to be worth it for me. So
Kristen's want me to take mine to somebody next year, but mostly I just do mine through TurboTax.
I was gonna say TurboTax is so easy. It's like the best way to do it. Like I know I could do it if I wanted. It's just Mike does it for me, so I just get him to do it. But like, why would you do anything else?
Well, apparently he gets you like the most back that you can get. Apparently, I don't know. I mean, she got like a good return, so like I don't doubt it. You know what I mean?
But then you're getting charged. So like, how does it balance out? You know what I mean?
Well, so she got way more money than I got back. Like what I get back? It was like 6 times that, which is like
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, she does have a child.
Well, that too.
That's definitely a big part of it.
So that's why I'm like, next year I might try it, and if it's just not financially valued, like if I don't get more back than I would have got for this year, then like I'll just be like, nah, I can go back to TurboTax.
I'm gonna go to sleep. Good night, y'all. Good night, Flint. Good to see you again. Please come by soon. We miss you.
The beauty in like trying something 1 year and then going back to the same thing you've been doing the next. If it doesn't work out, but who knows? Maybe it'll work out. I know aren't you gonna be falling to a different tax bracket this coming year because you're gonna be 25?
I don't know.
Apparently, once you turn like 25,
Creighton, I have no
or
idea.
26, like you start going into like different. They start taxing you more somehow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So
I have no idea. Well, I didn't make any money, so they're not gonna be taxing me more. They're gonna give me my stimulus. Got a state return for $2 and a federal for $3 1 year. Damn, that's unfortunate. I got a pretty low one year. Like my first year at Learn TV, it was like between both of them, I only made like $70 or $80. It was like it was very small for the first year.
200 or 300. I've never had like a stupid low one. You know what I mean? It's always been like a little bit of chunk of change.
I think for me it was because I filed that first. Like I filed that one that was like 2 months worth that we technically like fit into.
Mm-hmm.
Like because I filed my first 4 years all at once.
Yeah.
I didn't file for the first 4 years, and then I filed all of them at one time.
This year's definitely gonna be the one that I'm gonna get like the most back from.
Mm-hmm. Well, you like are
or the most
higher.
I've ever
You're the highest you've ever been at your job. So right
Yeah.
now, like you do more, you work a lot.
But it's not the most
Excuse
money
me.
I've ever made per hour though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like continuously.
Yeah.
The
the most I've ever made per hour is probably like 11.50, something like that.
There or somewhere else?
Somewhere else. Like but that's the most I've ever made in my life. Like, and that was good money coming in. Like and I know people are like, well, I'd rather make like 14 something. I mean, and I would rather make that, but I'm talking about me personally. Like that's my personal best.
Yeah. Where I worked, they did a really good job with taxes, so I kept more per paycheck. There you go. See, I will always accept money like under the table, like just cash, like tips.
Same.
Like tips are so
Tips, yeah, they're worth
The
it.
only thing I don't like about tips is like having to
like claim them on your taxes.
no.
Like what don't you like about tips?
I don't like having to be somebody to get tips. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
having to like I don't know, put on. Is
I
the
don't
best way to
really
put
put
it.
on when I get my tips, so I'm just very much. Like,
Well, yeah. Well, you're
normal.
again. You get tipped in a weird position. I'm saying like people who work for tips, like that's their job.
Yeah.
Like they have to put on a little bit to do it and make money. Like really. Like I don't as much because of my job. Because my job is getting tips is what happens for my.
Yeah.
But some people, like you don't have to tip your waitress. You should, but you don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
And
I've got to where like I pretty much
Excuse me.
always tip.
yeah, I tip well regardless. Like I try to, just
Like,
because
mine's-
I understand.
Mine's probably like 20%.
There's-
At the bare minimum too. By the way, like
Yeah.
some nights if I'm good financially, I'll just be like, here, keep the change, and it'll be like more than what the bill is.
Yeah, I definitely like tip the bill around, but like that's not hard to do around here 'cause things are pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Like if we go to Waffle House and I get like a $9 meal, I just hand them a 20 and I say keep it. Like it's not the end of the world. You know what I mean? Like that's a pretty easy to get away with. The price of $1 is fucking nothing now. like a 20 used to be something. Now a 20 is just like you fucking throw a 20. You know what I mean? You like hand someone a 20, just say keep it. Like you could be getting $8 back, and you just say, you know what I mean? Like it's easier to just not get the 20 back,
Yeah.
which is like bananas sometimes. I don't know.
What is it that you save? You save like the 5s and 1s, right?
When I get home from work, if I whatever $1 bills and $5 bills I save and roll up in little wads. Like right now, I have this. This is a few 5s and a bunch of 1s, and it's $28.
Okay.
When this gets to 50, I will roll it up like this instead of like one fold. It's 2 folds and so a little roll, and I do this, and I put it in that jug right there, that's under the table. That it's like one of those paper towel holders. My plan is to hollow out the state of West Virginia and using the slag to fill in Lake Ontario, completing a diagonal chain of now saltwater lakes across Turtle Island and linking the Arctic to the Atlantic Oceans. This would benefit absolutely no one and cause untold damage on a global scale. No questions at this time.
Is that a quote from something?
I would hope it is, but like knowing Blake, it's probably just him. But I don't know. But yeah, I do that to save ones and fives, and I just don't spend them.
Out West Virginia.
I hollow out West Virginia. I fill it with money.
Save ones and fives.
When I get home, whatever ones and fives, every day when I get home, if I have any ones and fives, like if I go to the store and spend a 20 on a $2 item, like if I get a bunch of fives and ones, I don't spend them. Even if I'm still out in public that day, I will prioritize 10s and up before spending low bills because I save my low bills. Old Twitter post? Okay. Excuse me. And then all my change I save. You see my big jug. My big jug of change.
I love your jugs.
Thank you. My dad gave me a bunch of quarter rolls today, and I rolled up. I had 120 in quarters.
That's good.
Just in quarters. I put them all in the jar.
So I've been throwing my extra change just into this piggy bank for like 4 or 5 years now.
Mm-hmm. How big's the piggy bank?
It's pretty big. It's probably like maybe the size of that box.
Okay.
So like
you could fit at least like $200 in there.
That's what I'm saying. So like it's just been filling up all this time. And I went to go pick it up the other day. I was like, oh, this is heavy. I probably need to cash this soon. And now I just haven't.
You should definitely go do it. Founders is great about it because you can just they don't charge you any money at all. It goes right into your account, which is if you have an account with them. Like if you don't have an account, you can still go and use their coin thing, but it charges you a little bit. Yeah. I think it's like $5. It's still better than like Coinstar because it's only like 5% or something.
So there is Coinstar. Theirs is Coinstar now.
No, it's not.
The one right here is
on the highway.
Yeah,
it wasn't 2 weeks ago. Did they just do it?
Well, the last time I went there, it was Coinstar. Have they switched out again? So the last time I went to Founders to do that, they had switched from the old ones to Coinstar, but the Coinstar still didn't charge you. However, Coinstar as a company charges you 11.9%.
This one was not a Coinstar.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure
it
was much shorter.
It's not labeled Coinstar, but the software and everything's definitely Coinstar.
Oh, I can see the software being Coinstar, but it's not a Coinstar machine. Like it doesn't look like Coinstar. It's not none of the labels are Coinstar.
It might still be Coinstar.
It's just Founders.
Isn't labeled Coinstar, you know.
Well, like it might also just be Coinstar software that they bought and repurposed because you can probably just do that.
A friend of mine who works at Founders was telling me because I asked her about it whenever I went and saw it because I was like, oh, that's weird, and she was like, yeah, Coinstar as a company came in and bought out all the coin machines in Founders, so now all those machines are now Coinstar machines. Technically, at least that, but again, that's been a couple of years ago, so I don't know if something's changed.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're just weird looking Coinstars because this one's just short.
I mean, that's how it is. Yeah.
Yeah, they just look different. I mean, it didn't look like a Coinstar, so I'm sure it probably is. Then I would assume they're all the similar software at the very least.
Yeah.
Because it can't be that. You can't have that much of an original idea on how to scan and count coins after it's been done one time. You know what I mean?
I don't doubt it. Coinstar's blown up as a company. You know what I mean? Just because, like,
oh yeah, they're everywhere.
They charge.
They
charge so much.
They charge so much.
It's 11.9%.
If you have $100, you only get $89 of it.
Yeah.
That's bananas.
Really, like barely $88. So
I would rather sit down and count my money and like roll it up and take it to the bank.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy. I mean, it's genius, though. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, yeah. I mean, it costs a lot of money to make those machines and to deploy them and to run the company. Obviously, it's just like
it's the same concept as a vending machine, though. Really,
it's just it's just laziness is what they profit on laziness, which is like, I mean, I guess, you know, good for you. Why is reverse cowgirl a taboo in Alabama? You never turn your back on family. God damn it, Charlie. Why did you carve a swastika into my car's hood? Blake, like, I just didn't like what you were. You know, I didn't like what you represented.
He made it look better to him, and nobody else was like. Everybody else was like.
The to him.
Yeah.
Sold that. That was funny. God damn it.
It's the same. You know how like what's his name? Charles Manson put a swastika on his forehead. So he's got a lot of room.
Could you
to
imagine,
do that.
dude? Could you imagine carving a fucking swastika into your forehead?
Yeah. Charlie's got a lot of room to do that. Like, you could put the whole flag up there, basically.
Plus, you can count on, like, 3 to 5% loss just because of bad technology.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but...
No, he's right. We have to clean those things out all the time. It's always, like, a bunch of, like, fucking... There's so much that gets left behind.
Really? I thought
it's crazy.
They don't sort it down to the thing
So
like
they sort it down, and then it drops into, like, this little basket thing. But whenever they get jammed up and you go to take that thing apart, there's, like, another... There's so much that can get caught into like this little trash.
Do you guys get to keep
tray.
it?
I mean, if you see it, yeah. I mean, why not? You know, I mean, who knows? Like, it honestly just changed. And people walk off and leave, like, the little catcher thing full, too, you know? So.
See, that's why I'm counting all mine. I have, like, an accurate number. And if it's more than $1 off at the end of this, I'm going to, like, when I go Coinstart, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be mad about that.
Are you ready to wrap?
Yeah. Like, no way it
We should
catches
rate
every
someone.
coin. Did you hear that Alabama raised the drinking age to 35? They're trying to keep booze out of the high school. Well, that's like all. That's like all of them, though.
All my boys.
Who we raiding, bro? Who we? Is
The
there
big
anybody?
titty white girl?
Guys, it's been a fun podcast. This was episode 166. Creighton, say goodbye. We're going to end the recording for you two.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Love you guys. We're